is the pick at Dumas, and Lake Village is the favorite at Drew Central. All right, Barry, which game stands out?
And David, in that conference is our game of the week. It's Rising at McGee. Rising continuing a strong run this season, beat Dumas last week. McGee just beat Lake Village 40-0. In fact, the McGee Owls haven't given up a single point in conference play this year. That's why Hootens.com picks McGee. Newport at Osceola is intriguing because we got to see if Newport can bounce back after losing to Rivercrest last week and if Osceola is too high after beating Walnut Ridge a week ago.
Now to Class 2A, where the top five remain the same on Hootens.com. The Carlisle Bison head things up at number 1. Conway Christian, another 5-0 team along with Carlisle, is ranked at number 2. Junction City is third. Then you have Mark Tree at 4, Des Arc at 5. Bigelow moves up one spot to number 6. Poen is up 2 after beating Hampton, and the Indians are now ranked 7th. Mineral Springs is 8th. East Poinsett County up 2 positions to number 9. McCrory down 4 after losing to East Poinsett County. The Jaguars are now 10th. Let's get into the picks now in the 1AA. Number 2 Christian, 5-0 on the year, favored at Johnson County Westside. Hootens.com like 6th ranked Bigelow playing at Mountain Pine. Hector is a home favorite over Mountainburg, and Mount Ida is the pick at home over Magazine. In the 2AA, Mark Tree going to Des Arc. Good game here. Hootens.com favors the Indians of Mark Tree. East Poinsett County, the 9th-ranked team this week, is picked at home over Cross County. And Earl is a road favorite at Mariana. Number 10, McCrory in the 2-2A is welcoming Izard County, and the reserve should get in the game for the Jaguars. They're picked in a blowout. In the 3AA now, number 3, Junction City at home is favored over Gurdon. Hootens.com likes 8th-ranked Mineral Springs at Foreman. Derricks is a home favorite over Murfreesboro. Lafayette County is the pick at Spring Hill. Now to the 4AA. Number 1, Carlisle at home playing Hampton is the favorite. England is a home pick over Baptist Prep. Hootens.com likes Hazen over 7th-ranked Poen. That game at Hazen. And Bearden, another home favorite, playing Clarendon. Barry, tell us about the Hootens.com Game of the Week in Class AA.
But, David, that game of the week is a good one. It's Mark Tree at Des Arc. A year ago, this one was a shootout. Des Arc won 66-64. Going to be another high-scoring affair this time around. Both teams averaging over 30 points a game this season.
The sanctioned division top 5 stay the same. At number 1, you have Strong, followed by Cedar Ridge. Rector is 3rd, Brinkley 4th, and Midland, an unbeaten team, ranked 5th. The top 2 unsanctioned teams are Corning and Marshall in that order. Let's look at the picks for 8-man in Week 6. Corning is a road favorite at Dermott. Hootens.com picking Rector at home over Guy Perkins. Woodlawn over Hermitage, that game at Woodlawn. Subiaco Academy is a home favorite over Lee Academy. Hootens.com likes Rosebud at Marshall and Strong at home over Marvel. I'm David Wallace for America's Car Mart. Who's feeling the football spirit? America's Car Mart proudly sponsors Arkansas high school football. Like our hardworking football players, the team at Car Mart works hard to keep you on the road. Car Mart knows that buying a vehicle is a big decision. That's why they take selling you a vehicle very seriously. When you shop at Car Mart, they're there for you through the good times and the bad times until you drive away with a title to your vehicle. Save time at the dealership and start your car buying journey online at car-mart.com. America's Car Mart, keeping you on the road.
Going to college may not look the same as it has before, but you have the power to move forward. There are over 1,000 hands-on or online programs in Arkansas designed to put you to work, and they qualify for state scholarships and grants. Healthcare, education, computer technology, industry technology, and more. Take your next step forward. Visit explorearcareers.com with instructions.
Why do tacos get their own day of the week? Is it because Mondays are so rough, we need a Tuesday filled with beefy tortillas shared with good friends? If so, why don't we have Wellington Wednesdays, Stroganoff Saturdays, and heck, Meatball Mondays? Then, Mondays would just be another reason to enjoy our favorite beef with our favorite people. Together, we bring more. Beef. It's what's for dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
Courtesy of Beef. It's whatsfordinner.com.
Hungry on your way to the game? Satisfy that craving at Colton's. Throw those peanut shells in a bucket, grab a hot roll and butter. Then enjoy one of our hand-cut steaks or any of our mouth-watering entrees in a relaxed, casual dining atmosphere. With 14 convenient locations across the state, you're sure to find a Colton's near your Friday night football destination.
Yeah, that'll do it for another America's Car Mart Football Report. Glad you joined us, and I hope you enjoy your time.
It's time now for Yellow Jacket football. The Yellow Jackets are looking for a great season as Coach Dufresne, one of the most successful active football coaches in high school, will lead this large returning class of players and new players into the season, hoping to follow up on last year's outstanding record of 8 consecutive playoff appearances with a class of outstanding athletes. Tonight's game is brought to you by these fine sponsors: First Security Bank, Justin's Collision Repair and Towing, Joe Lee Chevrolet, The River Company Insurance, First Arkansas Bank and Trust, Blagg Law Firm, Davis Cash Lumber, Clay Maxey Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Ozark Health Medical Center, Goods Cash Saver, Petty Jean Fiber, Conway Regional Medical Center, and by North Arkansas Community College and all of the fine Yellow Jacket boosters. Tonight's live video stream on YouTube and Facebook, brought to you by Petty Jean Fiber and by First Arkansas Bank and Trust, and by Hogs and Heifers Sports Bar and Grill. And the player of the game each week brought to you by First Arkansas Bank and Trust in Clinton. Now, let's join our announcers for tonight's game. KHPQ Sports Director Jeff Hall and producer-announcer Mike Hawley. Get ready for tonight's Yellow Jacket football action on KHPQ. Video production by Aaron Duhan.
I think we're ready, Mike Hawley and Aaron Duhan. We are live from Jim Tomlinson Field here, home of the Clinton Yellow Jackets in Week 6 of the Arkansas High School football season. 5 wins, no losses here in 2024. What an exciting time it is for the Yellow Jackets and the moms and dads and the fans down in the stands below us. But tonight, Mike Hawley's going to tell you about it in just a moment. Going to be the biggest test of the season. We say it's a big game. Hooten's Arkansas football says it's the Class 4A statewide game of the week right here in Clinton, Arkansas. Hey, we're going to be here for you. There's going to be other kinds of media here tonight picking up on this one and broadcasting around North Central Arkansas and Central Arkansas media. We'll tell you about that. This is the big one. These two teams, along with Mena, sitting across the conference, top the conference race in Conference 4 of Class 4A football, the number 11 and 12 ranked teams in Hooten's Arkansas football. And looking forward to this one tonight, coming off that thrilling win over the Pottsville Apaches last week in that ball game, and hopefully some momentum of that going to carry over tonight here in this one. Well, thanks for joining us. If you're on 92.1 FM all over North Central Arkansas, over the air. If you're on the internet anywhere in the world at www.khpq.com, just go to the homepage, hit the Listen Live link. If you're on a mobile device, a phone or a tablet, go ahead and download the Hot Country KHPQ 92.1 FM app from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. Put that on your phone or your tablet. If you got the TuneIn Radio app, you can jump on it real quick and also pick up the feed tonight and the video stream, courtesy of First Arkansas Bank and Trust, Petty Jean Fiber, and Hogs and Heifers this year. And our primary sponsors on the video stream with Aaron Duhan, our video engineer, coming back from Arkansas Tech tonight. We're broadcasting on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel and also the KHPQ Facebook page. So however you join us, I hope you'll tune in tonight. We'll go probably to about 9:30, about 10 o'clock on the air in this one, hopefully, if things stay the course. And looking forward to a big football game last night. It'll be hard to top last week. That was a fun game to call. Good old defensive battle in the first half, and then a come-from-behind victory by the Yellow Jackets there to close that one out. But looking forward to this one tonight. These two top teams, Clinton and Dardanelle. Let's bring Mike Hawley in and get you set for the kickoff.
You're definitely right. The eyes of the state are looking at this one in 4A football tonight, and it'll be, as you said, a battle of unbeatens in conference play. The Yellow Jackets are 5-0 on the season. Dardanelle is 4-1, but that one loss came to probably the top-ranked team in Class 4A, a loss at Elkins about 3 weeks ago. The Yellow Jackets ranked number 12 this week. They started the season around number 19. They slowly moved their way to number 12. Dardanelle's ranked number 11 in the state, so this is two top 12 ranked teams going at it tonight. The Yellow Jackets are one of only 7 undefeated teams left in Class 4A football, coached by head coach Chris Dufran. 152 wins, 108 losses on the season. Head coach for Dardanelle, Phil Vega. He's 59-34 in his time at Dardanelle. And the Yellow Jackets have won 8 straight home games. You have to go back to October the 28th, almost 2 years ago, 2022, the last time the Yellow Jackets lost here at Jim Tumleson Field. They lost 36-20 that night to Lamar. That was a game where the Yellow Jackets jumped out 20-0 in that one before Lamar came storming back. But the Jackets have won 8 straight and 11 out of 12 right here at Jim Tumleson Field. Last week, the Yellow Jackets homecoming, they rallied in the fourth quarter. They never trailed until midway through the fourth quarter. Then Pottsville took the lead, but the Jackets rallied to win 24-20 as they escaped the Apaches. 1 week ago, the Jackets rushed for 295 yards on the night. Rollin Jones had 135 of those on 21 carries. He scored all 3 Yellow Jacket touchdowns. Sophomore Harold McNabb with 8 carries for 77 yards. Big night for the sophomore. And junior fullback Zach Hunt Gonzalez had 77 yards on 17 carries. Zach left the game in the fourth quarter with an injury, but we expect him to play tonight. Yellow Jackets defense limited Pottsville to only 228 total yards for the game. Only 11 yards in the first half, including -3 rushing. Senior end Eli Henson had his best game of his career last week. 9 tackles, including 3 tackles for loss. Last week, Dardanelle rolled up Waldron by a score of 60-6. Dardanelle quarterback Creed Vega, you'll see him tonight, continues putting up staggering numbers. He ran 6 times for 165 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he passed for 178 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's a pretty good ball game. But wait, that was just the first half last week for the outstanding junior quarterback, Creed Vega, and son of the coach. We saw his older brother a couple of years ago, also an outstanding quarterback. And Vega's rolled up some numbers. He's thrown for almost 1,400 yards and 20 touchdowns through the first 5 games of the season. Junior Rod Chatton caught 4 passes for 94 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also returned 2 interceptions for touchdowns against Waldron. Ian Branson ran for 34 yards, also completed 2 passes for 52 yards of the touchdown. And they were led on defense by Hunter Anderson with 10 tackles and Trey Robinson with 7 tackles. This will be a battle tonight of the top 2 scoring teams in the conference. Dardanelle has scored 214 points on the year. The Yellow Jackets have scored 181. Dardanelle averages 53 points per ball game. If you take out the Elkins game, they got beat 51-0 by Elkins. Once Elkins took control of the game, I think Dardanelle pretty much pulled everybody out of the ball game. But if you just take the 4 other games, Dardanelle's averaged 53 points a ball game. The Yellow Jackets come in averaging 36 points a ball game. The last time these 2 teams played, September 27th, 2021, a non-conference game at Dardanelle, won by the Sand Lizards 42-26. In the series, dating back to 2002, Dardanelle leads the series 7-3. They lead the series here in games played at Clinton. They've won 3 games here in Clinton. The Yellow Jackets have won 2, and the Yellow Jackets have won 1 of 5 games played at Dardanelle. The most memorable game ever played in this series was back in 2005. That was the undefeated regular season conference champion Yellow Jackets. And in late October, that was the last overtime game that we've played. You have to go back to 2005. The game ended 0-0. The Yellow Jackets held Dardanelle on 4 plays from the 10-yard line, and then the Yellow Jackets scored on the first play of their possession. They won the game 6-0. The last time the Yellow Jackets played an overtime game back in 2005. Dardanelle has beaten the Yellow Jackets 5 straight times dating back to 2007. Dardanelle returned 7 starters on offense, 8 on defense. And I was telling some people this week, they have 2 elite players, really similar to Zane Widener and Brody Emberton. And when we had those 2, you never knew that, you might score from any place on the field at any time. That's the same way with Dardanelle. So you can't take a play off. You can't have a misalignment. any type of mistake, they have 2 elite players, so the Jackets have to be on their A game tonight to play Dardanelle, as this will definitely be the toughest test of the year for the Yellow Jackets. This Dardanelle team went down a couple of weeks ago and put a mercy rule win over Nashville, and that doesn't happen very often to the Nashville Scrappers. And so that's what we look forward to tonight. I think the keys to the ball game, we were talking to Coach Post earlier, one of the keys will be when they do catch the football, come up and make the tackle. Can't let them get behind you. They got a lot of speed. You'll see 2 6'4" receivers. It'll remind you of Harding Academy with the big receivers. And somebody asked me about the quarterback. I said he reminds me of a Zane Widener. If Zane Widener played quarterback, he'll run it probably 20-plus times tonight. They don't mind running the quarterback. We saw it a few years ago with his older brother. I think his older brother ran 26 times against the Yellow Jackets in one game, so they don't mind running the quarterback. So I think another key will be on offense. We've got to be able to move the ball on the ground, eat up the clock, and then cash in with scores. The best defense against Dardanelle tonight, maybe to keep their offense off the field, Jeff Hall.
Hey, the teams have taken the field. The Yellow Jackets will receive the opening kickoff. Clinton dressed in all black tonight. Black bottoms, black tops, trimmed in gold, but they've got the pink socks on. It's a pink out night. If you look down in the crowd, you look at the student section, they'll be wearing pink tonight for Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in October. So black and pink for the Yellow Jackets, red and white for the Sand Lizards. Going to be kicking left or right if you're watching on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the KHPQ Facebook page. And here we go. It'll be Rylan Jones back deep to receive, standing at his own 5-yard line. Good kick deep. It's going to take Rylan inside the 5. On the return, up to the 10, 15, back to the middle of the field, turns it up inside, through the traffic, looks to be across the 25 to the 28-yard line. A good return by Rylan Jones. Look for him to stay out on the field. Checking the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette statewide statistics, he came in at number 9 this week in total rushing yards on the season. All classifications, all size schools, having a fantastic junior season is Rylan Jones, and he'll be joined by Brody Dufran, the junior quarterback. I see Colton Warren going out. Look for Brayson Littell in the ball game. Creed Brown, maybe Larry Swan, Alec Huey.
And the best side of all is seeing number
Carpenter.
34 lined up at fullback. We didn't know last week when we left the air if he would be playing this week.
Zach Hunt Gonzalez. The pitch is Littell. Oh, he's going to throw. Stop, throw, halfback pass, one-on-one, 40-yard line, jump ball. Incomplete. They had to battle for it. Warren at the 40 with the defender, and it falls to the turf. But, well, that's what we've seen some of years past. Maybe the first time this year where head coach Chris Dufran opens the ball game with a trick play, and that time he tries to go deep on the halfback pass, just comes up a little bit short.
Yeah, it's one of a few plays they put in over the bye week. I thought we might see it that next week against Lamar, but we didn't see it. We saw it tonight, but they put some plays in during that off week, and that was one of them.
And a quick snap, handoff, Rylan Jones, right to left, turns it back inside, and he'll run into the pack. And not much for Rylan Jones, maybe a yard at best. Going to bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Yellow Jackets. You know, talking about Zach Hunt Gonzalez, as you said, it didn't look good when we went off the air last week. I saw him today and said I hadn't heard anything since the beginning of the week. And he tells me, hey, we're going to tape up tonight. I think I'm going to get to play. And so what a welcome sight, as you said, to see number 34 back out there on offense. We'll see. I don't know if he's going to stay in on defense as well, but good to see him out there. And Dufran in the shotgun. Gonzalez is to his right, stays in the block. Brody steps to his right, pass, sideline, and defender going to step in between at the 40, knock the ball away. It's going to be 4th and 8 for the Yellow Jackets. They're at their own 29-yard line.
You know, if Dardanelle has any type of weakness, it would be probably a lineman. They're not very deep at the line of scrimmage, although they do go from 240 to 300 on the offensive line. They have 3 offensive line starters back. But one area that I'm going to say that might be an area the Yellow Jackets could work on is running between the tackles against that defensive line.
Dufran, the quarterback, also the punter. Now he drops back, short formation. The kick, low kick down the field. Hits at about the Dardanelle 42. Picked up at the 30, 35, 40 on the near sideline. And down Rylan Jones with a tackle at the Dardanelle 48. Sanders will have it there for their first offensive possession of the night. You know, maybe we shouldn't be too discouraged by what's a defensive series to stop the Yellow Jackets first time. That's what we saw last week for the first half of play with Clinton and Pottsville. It was a fantastic first half to watch. These teams, I think Clinton forced Pottsville into 5 punts in the first half, and it was just a defensive battle. And we'll see if the Jacket defense can rise up and do the same to the Sand Lizards.
That was Rod Chatham on the return. That's the big wide receiver we were talking about, 6'4". basketball player, number 8, coming here to the near side. Both him and Vega are both outstanding basketball players also.
Here we go. 2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Short side of the field. Vega drops back, and running back slides to the right, takes the pass behind the line of scrimmage, up the sideline. He'll be pushed out of bounds by Briar Gadberry and Kent Copen Ross in the ball game, starting on defense. 2-yard gain, be 2nd down and 8. Ball at the 50-yard line.
They do a lot of formations. We'll see even a formation where I have 4 wide receivers in a bunch on one side. And they go through several variations, formations. Now you're seeing one now where they're lined up just off the right tackle.
Got a bunch 4 receivers on tight, kind of where you see the slot in the wing tee. You're going to fake the handoff. Vega's going to keep it. A little bit of a hesitation as he trying to fake the handoff. Slowed him down a bit. He'll get across the 50. Forward progress up to the Yellow Jacket 47. A pickup of 3. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for Dardanelle.
Yeah, he's going to read that defensive end on the read option. I would probably say he's probably he's a better Liam Buffalo if we had any type of comparison of what we've seen this year, because Buffalo been through a couple of injuries over the last 2 years. Vega is that type of quarterback, and now a big early 3rd down. See what the Jackets can do here.
Stay in the shotgun. A couple of backs, 1 to the right, 1 behind. Now shift to the left. 2 receivers short on the left side. Vega's going to pitch that way. Those receivers get out to block. He's met behind the line of scrimmage. If they get a hand, breaks away from a second. A 3rd tackle, still on his feet, turns it up inside. Still on his feet across the 40 to the 39. And it took about 6 or 7 Yellow Jackets to get a hand on him, but finally brought him down for a Dardanelle 1st down.
Yeah, not real big. Wasn't a whole lot there to grab onto. That's number 3, Ian Branson. And the Jackets had him stopped at the line of scrimmage and let him out. You cannot give Dardanelle extra chances.
Sandler's with a no huddle. They'll look to the sideline. Empty backfield, Vega. Now they're going to send in a running back. Let's see if he sets up by. Still 15 seconds on the play clock.
Jesus Garcia checks in a running back. He's all-state in soccer.
Jesus Garcia looking to pass. Right side, sideline. And couldn't pull that one in. Zipped it, trying to come up with a one-handed catch inside the 30, but incomplete. 2nd down.
You can see kind of the defensive thought that time. They had cornerback on him and a safety coming over the top on Chatham. He's the type of guy like Brody Dufresne, or Brody Emberton. You just throw it up. They call it a 50-50 guy. I think Coach Dufresne always called Brody Emberton an 80-20 guy. This guy is an 80-20 guy.
The Yellow Jacket defense, again, we mentioned Copen Ross earlier, Eli Henson, Zach Shaver, Cash Carpenter. That's your 4-down lineman for the Yellow Jackets. Quick snap. Vega's going to keep it up the middle. They got a hand on him. Get a little help, and he'll carry the football to maybe the 36 at best. Not much on that carry. They're only going to give him a yard. They'll give him 2. Be 3rd down and 7 for the Sand Lizards.
Yeah, just straight quarterback draw that time. No read to that one. Probably 4-down territory. They're down inside the Yellow Jacket 40.
Your linebackers, Zach Hunt Gonzalez, Briar Gadberry, Brayson Littell. Secondary, Rylan Jones, Colton Warren,
There's
Caleb
that
McCarver.
bunch set with 5 receivers on one side of the field.
And they're going to pass. Receiver gets behind. Those 4 in front to block. Makes the catch. Dives forward on the tackle. Looks to be just short of the 30, maybe the 31. Not going to be a 1st down. It'll be 4th and short, 4th and a yard. Sand Lizards change personnel. And we'll look for them to go here, 4th and 1.
Bringing in the heavy personnel. Probably going to run Vega behind this. Looks like the right side's really bunched up also with a running back on that side.
Clinton sends Alec Huey for the heavy on the defensive side. And to the right side, off tackle. And it'll be a 1st down. It's at James Hernandez on the carry. 1st down for Dardanelle. They look to be at the Yellow Jacket 25-yard line.
A pass for that was really interesting. It was a bubble play. I might call that the super bubble because they had 4 receivers out there in a bunch. And it might have been 5. I guess they had 4 out there. So they got 3 blocking. Chatham steps back, takes the pass, and a defender would have to fight his way through those 3 blockers to prevent that pass.
In motion to the right side, leaves an empty backfield, but Vega's going to take the snap and run. Right tackle, upside, not much, a lot of black and gold traffic in front of him. He'll get to maybe the 21. Called a pickup of 4 on the carry, 2nd down.
Now, down in Nashville, they put the ball on the ground a few times, lost a couple of fumbles that night against the Scrappers.
7:35 here in the first quarter, no score. Yellow Jackets stopped on their first offensive series, punted the football. Dardanelle on their first offensive series, driving. Good crowd tonight. The cheerleaders on the track in front of us. The Clinton student section down to our right. The band here tonight as well. Vega, shotgun, motion behind him, right to left. 3 receivers on that side. He's going to swing it, pass, caught, and left sideline, tackled out of bounds. Going to be a first down for the Sand Lizards, and Rod Chatton on the catch.
Yeah, way too much cushion. He catches that much cushion and gets a full head of steam. He's difficult to stop. He'll also go in motion like that from right to left. He'll pass the quarterback, and he'll turn around and come back, almost like a U-turn and come back the other way. Now you got the 4 receivers, now 3 on one side of the field.
Football's at the 11. First down. Motion. Right, left, back to the right. Takes the handoff. Middle of the field, up inside. Yellow Jackets going to try to pull him back. And I bet that was Alec Huey in on that one. Let me see who gets up. Let me see. No, it's Zach Schaefer back in the ballgame. Zach is in. And it'll be about a 2-3 yard pickup. Second down for Dardanelle inside the Yellow Jacket 10.
If you could even get out of here just with a field goal, you'd consider that a success here if you can keep them out of the end zone.
15 seconds on the play clock. Vega takes the shotgun snap, pitch to the right side, deep behind the line of scrimmage. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A couple of Yellow Jackets coming up. Cash Carpenter. Who else was in on that one? Gonzalez. And going to be a loss on the play. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Sand Lizards.
And Rylan Jones came up quick from his secondary spot from the corner to make the tackle. And Cash Carpenter really kind of ran him down from behind. Kind of that deep pitch. The running back's already in motion. Already had a hit start. But now the Jackets, again now, for the second time in this series, have a chance maybe to get Dardanelle off the field. It's 3rd and 10. Watch out for maybe the fade in the corner here to Chatham.
He's on the right side. That's where the ball is, short side of the field. Vega rolls to the right. Eli Henson's going to keep him behind the line of scrimmage. Jump ball in the end zone. Does he hang on? Chatham in the end zone. And it's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown, Dardanelle. Sand Lizards 6, the Yellow Jackets 0. 5:41 here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, rolled to his right. I'm not sure if maybe the D-backs thought he was going to take off running because they left coverage. And you can't leave Chatham. We almost got a break. He almost dropped the football. But it's almost like when you have a great three-point shooter, even when they get rid of the basketball, you can't leave them. And Baker kept the play alive with his legs and hit Chatham in the corner of the end zone.
And the snap, the hold, the kick is up. It's high, it's deep, and it's good. Dardanelle 7, the Yellow Jackets 0. 5:41 in the first. When we return, you're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Saver says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters, by Clinton Stockyard, The Pottery Shop, by Dr. Kyle Hensley and his staff, Main Street Floors, Susie Allen Salon, Johnny's Automotive, by TLC Bookkeeping, by Regions Bank, by Miller Sanitation, by Van Buren County Veterinary Clinic. These fine sponsors bring you tonight's game.
And it was Rylan Jones on the kickoff return up to the 22-yard line. The Yellow Jackets' second offensive possession. They'll take it over there, trailing here by 7, 5:35 in the first quarter.
Dardanelle drives 52 yards for the touchdown. They've converted a 4th down and a 3rd down on that drive, and it was a 12-yard pass from Vega to Chatton for the touchdown. The Yellow Jackets have got to establish a running game.
3 receivers. Dufresne hands off to Gonzalez. He's on the left side. He's hit low. Second one comes in high. They'll take Zach down. And I don't know, he might have picked up a yard at best to the 23, which, again, just good to see number 34 out there on the field for the Yellow Jackets after how we thought last week ended. But Zach, the junior.
Not one of the bigger defensive lines we'll see this year, but they do have a lot of speeds all over the field, including Chatton at safety. He intercepted 2 passes last week, returned them for touchdowns. But Jackets have got to be able to move the ball on the ground and set up maybe some play-action passing.
Wing T. Littell goes in motion from left to right. Dufresne's going to take the snap, roll that way, throw it to Jones. Caught. Positive yardage. And he'll be hit up near the 30. Let's see where they mark it down at. And it'll be pickup of, they are going to put it at the 29, I believe. Pickup of almost 6. And it's going to be 3rd and a long 3 for the Yellow Jackets at their own 29-yard line.
Yeah, Rollins got good hands. He's got the ability to run and catch the football. That's why he rolls up a lot of total yardage.
And inside handoff, he's loose. The 40, the 50, it's a race. The 40 from behind. The Sand Lizards make the tackle, but all the way to the Dardanelle. Looks to be the 27-yard line. Zach Hunt Gonzalez, a Petit Jean Fiber first down on the biggest play tonight for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, pop the fullback, blast through the middle there, and Zach Hunt, ankle looked pretty good on that one.
He's okay. How about that? That line, it got him through in the clear there, and that was just a race from the line of scrimmage. And now see the Yellow Jackets. Will they play quick here? Try to take advantage of that handoff right to left. Jones looks inside, gets to the outside, stretches it out of bounds, up near the 20. It'll be a 7-yard pickup for Rylan Jones, and he's just got enough speed to kind of run laterally there. And before he has to turn it up, and just by stretching it out, he's going to pick up 7 yards, almost 8. Looks to be 2nd down and 2.
And those were occupying blocks by Zach Hunt Gonzalez and Hayden Jones that kept stretching the play to the outside, and he ended up getting 8 yards.
Ball on the near hash. Blower broadcast position here on the home side. 15 seconds on the play clock. Brody rises up, looks to his father, head coach Chris Dufresne. They've got the play. Inside handoff. I think it's Littell, and he's got room. 10, 5, 2 tacklers, 3 tacklers, 4 tacklers. Bryson Littell, I believe, up to the 5-yard line. And a Petit Jean Fiber first down. It's 1st and goal for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Littell got some time at fullback in the 4th quarter last week. He was a part of that final drive for the game winner against Pottsville. He can make a good fullback. Of course, when you move him to fullback, he's such an outstanding blocker at wingback, too. So you need guys like Harold McNabb and those guys have to step in when he moves to fullback to fill those blocking back positions, and Harold McNabb is in there right now.
And Littell and Jones, they stay in the backfield. It's Littell again. This time left tackle bounces off, lowers his head. Tackler's going to beat him, but he's going to move the football up to the, looks to be maybe the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for the Yellow Jackets. Littell's back-to-back carries.
Gonzalez checks back in. Probably see Littell now go to wing back. Probably run around that left side with him lined up at left wing back and Huey on that side.
Colton Warren
looking to answer after that Dardanelle touchdown.
3 minutes clock running here in the 1st quarter, trailing by 7. 2nd and goal. Dufresne goes under center. Wing T. Inside handoff. Gonzalez lowers his shoulder. And looking for the signal. Touchdown! Dardanelle 7. The Yellow Jackets 6. 2:53. Extra point to come.
Well, the fullback play was big on that drive. There was the big run by Zach Hunt Gonzalez on 3rd down and 2 that set us up at the Dardanelle 30-yard line. And then a couple of really good runs from fullback by Littell. And then Zach Hunt Gonzalez checks back in to knock it home.
And Derek Infante for the Yellow Jackets. He's been fantastic kicking the football this season. He gets a chance to, bad snap, hits the turf. They can't pick it up, and it's going to go down. Will not get a chance to kick that one. Just couldn't get the snap and get it down. So the Yellow Jackets trail by 1, 2:53 in the 1st. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Visiting with Clay Maxey, your hometown Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. Here's something we don't hear anymore. Prices are dropping at Clay Maxey.
We've just decided with inflation and the way prices are going up on everybody, we wanted to take a real hard look and see how we could help the community by lowering some of our prices. Across the board, we've done everything that we could do to lower prices on our services, our cost of labor, our used inventory. We've got to do it in order to be responsive to our community and our customers.
See the change at ClayMaxeyCDJR.com.
split at the 20, the 25, the 30. Going to stretch to the left side of the field. Still on his feet, the 35-40 up the Dardanelle sideline, the 50, and getting through the traffic. I think he stepped out of bounds, and he did, back at the Yellow Jacket 44. But a good return. Dardanelle's going to be on the Yellow Jacket side of the 50.
Yeah, Dardanelle, really good special teams. We saw him last night in the junior high game return 2 touchdowns for kickoffs, almost untouched. You see that time the kick came over to the right side of the field. They had the wall built across the way. He got his way all the way across to the wall there on the far side of the field. So they are, and that wasn't even chatting on that return. They have a lot of speed. The ball going to be at the Yellow Jacket 44. Good field position for the Sand Lizards.
I'm Jeff Hall. That's my colleague, Coach Matthew Post, and Aaron Duhon. Kelsey Robertson, our studio engineer. KHPQ 92.1 FM, live streaming on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel and the KHPQ Facebook page. You can watch the ball game tonight. On the far hash, quick pass on the left side, caught up to the 40, out of bounds just across the 40. And the sideline official on our side is going to throw a flag on that one. Everybody else was on the opposite side of the field, the sideline.
Jackets may have lined up off sides. He threw the flag to his right instead of to his left. But we'll see.
It's kind of when the play I don't think was blown dead yet. It's kind of when the tackle was being made on the sideline. The player may have been down yet, but I don't know if the whistle. But it looks like Dardanelle may be backing up. If you look at the
a little longer conversation.
Players.
It's probably not off sides now for that long of a conversation. You're right, though. The flag was over here. The play was almost 50 yards away on the far side of the field.
Yeah, a good crowd here tonight at Jim Tomlinson Field. 75th anniversary of Jim Tomlinson Field. Hey, it says that on my T-shirt tonight. It's Sam and Tara Shannon made some T-shirts for the Yellow Jacket Sports Network, the 75th anniversary of Jim Tomlinson Field. And what's the call? Did they pick that one up?
Yeah, waved it off, whatever it was.
No foul on that play. The result is a 6-yard pickup, almost 7 for Dardanelle. They move the football to the Yellow Jacket. Looks to be at
Single
the
coverage over here on Chatton. Got to be careful.
37-yard line. And Vega back in the shotgun. 15 seconds on the play clock. And he's going to keep it himself. Quarterback kind of draw up the middle. Bounce out the left side. He has to bounce out because he's got a tackler at his feet. I think that's Colton Warren coming up from a cornerback spot. And that's going to limit Vega to a yard pickup. Going to bring up 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, good job that time of getting some penetration and not really letting Vega get any type of open space where he can use that. He's got 4.6 speed. He can get out and run with the best of them. So, and we noticed no Zach Gonzalez on defense.
Snap the ball right side. Vega keeps it, and he's going to get to the sideline. Littell going to tackle out of bounds.
This is like the old-fashioned sweep they used to use in the old days where you hand off to the running back, and not everybody's going one direction, except in this one, it's everybody's going one direction, and the quarterback's running the football.
I think back in the football days, I think they called that, sweep right, sweep left, sweep right, punt. But Dardanelle's moving the football. They picked up a 1st down on that play with 1:52 remaining in the opening quarter. It's the Sand Lizards 7, the Yellow Jackets 6. Here in the Hootens, Arkansas football Class 4A statewide game of the week. Shotgun snap. Vega's going to keep it again. Starts left, steps up the middle of the field. And he's going to be tackled forward to maybe the 22, the 21.
Gonzalez back in on defense now in his linebacker spot.
Cash Carpenter gets credit for the tackle. 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Dardanelle's had pretty good success on 1st down. It's always, getting 5-6 yards on 1st down. It makes it tough on the defense. They can do anything here. It's always 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4. Now there's an empty backfield. They do a jet sweep here, fake it.
And they're going to throw it up one-on-one into the end zone. Out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Rylan Jones on the coverage. Going to bring up 3rd down and 6 for Dardanelle at the Yellow Jacket 22.
Had single coverage, ran the fade. Jones gave up several inches to the receiver, but he was right in the receiver's grill and forced him out of bounds in the back of the end zone. Good defense by Rylan Jones. He got his body between the quarterback and the receiver. and was able to run him out of room in the back of the end zone. And another third down situation for Dardanelle. Yellow Jackets have forced them into, I think this is the fourth third down and also one fourth down situation, but have yet to get them off the field.
Vega rolls to his right. He's got a couple blockers. He's going to throw it to the sideline. Off the hands, out of bounds, incomplete. Going to bring up fourth down and 6.
Standards on the coverage. And probably fourth down territory here.
4th and 6, the Yellow Jacket 22.
They're sending on the kicker, but he's also a running back.
Jesus Garcia. Boy, his extra point attempt was high and deep. You certainly would think he's got the leg for it, but it looks like they're going to line up to go.
Running back.
4th and 6. The Yellow Jacket crowd, and they'll snap the football. Vegas going to roll right. He looks like he wants to throw back left. No, it's a fake. Now it's the middle of the field. Making the catch at the 5. They're going to keep him out of the end zone, stop his forward progress, and it'll be a first down for the Sand Lizards.
Yeah, kind of a lot of misdirection on that one. It was kind of looked like a throwback back to the left, and then he turns immediately. And Chatton, who's lined up on the right side, was running a post pattern, and he threw it only where the 6'4 Chatton could catch it up high. Good play by Dardanelle on fourth down.
4-receiver bunch on the right, 1 on the left. Vega looks to the sideline as his teammates. They'll signal the play in. 10 seconds on the play clock. First and goal at the Yellow Jackets 6. In motion, right to left. Leaves 3 receivers on that side. And it's the handoff. Going to get to the left side and trying to get to the pylon. Dives, and it's a touchdown, Dardanelle. 27 seconds here in the first quarter. Sand Lizards 13, the Yellow Jackets 6. Extra point to come.
It's a jet sweep. Saw it on film this week. That time they faked it a couple times now. That time he pitched it to Branson, Ian Branson. He got in at the pylon in the corner of the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown run. Dardanelle only had to go 44 yards after the kick return. They've had great field position on their first 2 drives.
For the extra point, the snap from the 3, the hold at the 10. The kick is up. It's deep, and it's good. Dardanelle 14, Yellow Jackets 6. When we return, you're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes, the River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price, whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive. The team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River Company.
Visiting with Clay Maxey, your hometown Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. Here's something we don't hear anymore. Prices are dropping at Clay Maxey.
We've just decided with inflation and the way prices are going up on everybody, we wanted to take a real hard look and see how we could help the community by lowering some of our prices. Across the board, we've done everything that we could do to lower prices on our services, our cost of labor, our used inventory. We've got to do it in order to be responsive to our community and our customers.
See the change at ClayMaxeyCDJR.com.
Snap on the return up to the 34-yard line. Yellow Jackets good position. And they'll start their, third offensive drive of the night. Only 20 seconds in the first quarter. This may be the final play of the first quarter. Yellow Jackets trailing 14-6.
Yeah, Dardanelle had a short field again. Only had to go 44 yards after the great kick return. And they converted a fourth down and then scored. And they lead now 14-6.
It's an inside handoff and good tackle. Solo tackle at the 34. Gonzalez dropped. No gain on the carry. And that will be, I believe, the final play of the first quarter. 14-6 when we return. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, First Security puts all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Bank better. FSBank.com, member FDIC.
The Black Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket Sports. When you need an attorney, call the Black Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Now located in the shopping center at 244 Highway 65 South or on the web at blaglaw.com. The Blag Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton Yellow Jacket sports.
And we head into the second quarter. Jackets trailing 14-6. Jackets will have it second down and 10 from their own 34. Some numbers from Coach Post at the half. Jackets have 73 yards on the ground, 46 of those by Zach Gonzalez. Yellow Jackets have held Creed Vega so far to 32 yards on 9 carries. And Jackets trail the biggest number. Jackets trail 14-6.
And Brody Dufresne. I think that's McNabb in at the slot. And Dufresne, a little bit of misdirection. Left, right. Pitch out on the right side. Jones. And 2 defenders there are going to follow Ryland to the sideline. So as soon as he took that pitch, he's going to be tackled. End up going to be a loss on the play back to the 31. Loss of 3, going to bring up second down.
Yeah, they had 3 defenders out there stringing that out. You hope to get out to the corner with 1, and then the quarterback, you drive it right at the defender, make him commit, either keep or pitch. But with 3 defenders on 2 players, it didn't matter what you did there. And the Jackets quickly facing third down and 13.
And a little bit different formation for Clinton. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. In the backfield, I think, is Gonzalez with Dufresne. But he's going to go out for the pass. 5 receivers out, and they're going to attempt to get it Ryland Jones, kind of a middle screen there, tunnel screen, but it's over his head, going to fall incomplete. And quickly, is that going to bring up fourth down? That's
down.
Right. There was a play to end the first quarter, so it is fourth down.
Well, Jackets run that tunnel screen. Seemed like twice last week. Never could connect on it. And not now 0 for 1 so far tonight on that tunnel screen. Got a Chatton's deep. You got to kick it away from him.
Be forced to punt from their own 31. Dufresne takes the snap. The kick is up. Line drive kick. Good kick. Going to deep. Follow Chapman to go backwards. He'll run back at the 20 and 25. Trying to get back to the middle of the field. Weaving his way through traffic. And he'll be tackled at the 30. Good coverage by the punt coverage team.
Clinton fans want to block in the back. Like that, I heard about the 25-yard line. No call. Good coverage by the punt team. As Chatton only got it back up to the 31. This will be the worst field position of the night for Dardanelle. They started at their own 44 and at the 48-yard line, and they started at the Clinton 44. So they've had short fields tonight. They'll take over this time at the 31.
Drives looked really similar, but for the short field, like you said. And I think if you told me before the ballgame that in the first quarter, Zach Gonzalez would have 45 yards and Reed Vega would have 32 on 9 carries, I said, I'd take it. Obviously, the scoreboard is what matters the most, but so far you like those numbers. Pass out of the backfield, caught behind the line of scrimmage, right side's got the speed, though, gets to the end, to the sideline, across the 50. Yellow Jackets giving chase up to the 35, driven out of bounds. Looks to be near the 20-yard line. A big first down for Dardanelle, and that is their biggest play of the night.
Boy, it looked close again, like a block in the back out there on the corner that freed him up. No call from the official.
And, boy, speed. Trying to think if we compare that to if we've seen this year. They do have some speed with the football. And flags fly. I think they wanted to get to a snap quick on that one. And they might not have been set, Dardanelle. Well, that's not a flag. Well, I guess you go ahead and throw a flag and then do a warning. There's no penalty assessed.
Getting it started.
Right. So it is first down for Dardanelle at the Yellow Jacket 24-yard line. After that was about a 46-yard catch and throw out of the backfield for the Sand Lizards. And Vega, it's an inside handoff, met at the line of scrimmage, rolled up and dropped. Tackle on the carry, I think Briar Gadberry. And a short gain, pickup of only a yard, bring up second down and 9 for Dardanelle.
Yeah, Jackets really need to keep them out of the end zone here. It's already trailing 14-6. Need a big turnover. We got one last week on that drive as Pottsville was trying to run the clock out in the final 5 or 6 minutes of that one. Got the big turnover, turned it into a game winner. Jackets could use one now.
10 seconds on the play clock. They look to the sideline. On the line of scrimmage, snap the football. Vega's going to keep it. Starts right, turns it up into the middle, into the pack. And he'll get across the 20 up to maybe the 18-yard line to pick up Give him about not quite 5. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
Jackets have yet to get really any type of pressure on the quarterback. He's been throwing off the platform for the most part in perfect form. Now they got that bunch set just off the right tackle. Now put them in motion.
They'll just rebunch with a number 5 there, and before Chatham goes in motion, back behind the quarterback, takes the pitch. Yellow Jackets in front of him, and he's going to go down behind the line of scrimmage back at the 31. What he had Zach Shaver, Ryer Gadberry, Zach Hunt Gonzalez, and Brayson Littell in front of him in the backfield. Chatton had nowhere to go.
That is a film study play. That's something you see on film because that little play right there, the Yellow Jackets had it snuffed out from the very beginning, and he tried to turn it back the other way. But that's a play you would spot on film, and then, on a game night being able to execute it. And now a long field goal from Garcia.
And they're going to put the football down at the 34. The kick is up. It's high. It's deep. It is just short, I believe. No good. Just short by Garcia. And the Yellow Jacket defense holds. 8:58 here in the second quarter. It's Dardanelle 14. The Yellow Jackets 6. It'll be Clinton's football.
Hey, maybe that's the break the Yellow Jackets needed. They finally get the stop, get the lost yardage play on 3rd down, and then the missed field goal. And now the Yellow Jackets have maybe the spark they need and get back going again here on offense, trailing 14-6. 8:58 left here in this second quarter.
So you said they needed a turnover. That's almost as good as a turnover. There was one big play, I think 46 yards on that reception by Dardanelle. But for that, and then that defensive tackle behind the line of scrimmage, Clinton football trailing by a score. And officials going to blow the play dead here before they can snap the football. Yellow Jackets take a timeout. Let's keep it here as head coach Chris Dufresne will bring the kids over, talk it over. Jordan Benson, Jesse Wilson, Joe Hudson, Keith Perlman. Is he up here tonight in the box?
He's in the box somewhere, yep.
I'm Jeff Hall. It's my colleague, Aaron Duhon, Coach Matthew Post.
I mentioned before the game, you may have saw it. We fired up the live stream before we came on the air. You might have saw the Yellow Jacket school administrators and coaches on the field. They were awarded the 4A State Sportsmanship Award this year by the Arkansas Activities Association, I think voted by the schools in the state. So good honor for a Yellow Jacket, not only the teams, but the fans and the community and the school. The 4A State Sportsmanship Award presented to Clinton before the game tonight by the Arkansas Activities Association. Also want to mention, we talked about the different type of media here as the Yellow Jackets head back on the field. This is the Hootens Arkansas Game of the Week. This is the Democrat Gazette Game of the Week. Channel 7 will be taking our highlights off the live stream tonight. Aaron Duhon will be a star tonight and you can watch it on Friday Night Lights tonight on Channel 7, the highlights from this game. Also, Hootens.com, the magazine, their cameras are also here tonight. So all eyes on this game here tonight at Jim Tumleson Field.
Hey, Aaron Duhon told us he's going to run the video tight tonight. Folks are going to be picking this up. So out of the timeout, inside handoff. Not much. Big pile up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Good to have Aaron back from Arkansas Tech. Midterms went well. He's got a straight A student at Arkansas Tech.
4.0, baby.
Yeah.
We'll be teaching the classes next semester.
They'll give him 2 yards on the gain. So 2nd down and 8 for the Yellow Jackets. 3 receivers to the right side of the field, 1 on the left.
And the Jackets jumped early.
And flag's going to fly. It'll be a false start. So 2nd and 8 will become 2nd and 13.
Jackets are, as I say all the time, they got to stay on schedule. Just want to stay away from the lost yardage plays. Now the Yellow Jackets in the shotgun in a passing formation.
Dufresne calls for the football. Gives it to Rylan Jones, trying to get to the left side. But Dardanelle Sand Lizards' defensive line is there as well. He might have picked up a couple of yards at best. Going to bring up 3rd and 11, and that may be Rylan Jones staying down on the field. Let's see. As coaching staff, medical staff going to come out and check on him.
Down
is that a
on
lineman?
The far side.
And we'll see as that will stop play here for the moment. Clinton trailing 14-6.
That's Alec Huey down.
And Alec, the big junior for the Yellow Jackets, came over and started as a ninth-grade junior high football player. Played junior high football on Thursday nights. Came over and played senior high football on Friday nights. Started every game last year. Started every game this year. He's taken his college visits and visited some college football programs. And Alex, one of the nicest, fantastic young men you'll ever meet. And it looks like they're going to help him get a hand up from the turf there. Let's see if we can get him off the field and hopefully get him back in the game here before too long. Big number 72. And he's walking gingerly coming off the field. It's going to be 10-2. I think that's Dr. Keith Coward. Is that right, out tonight, along with the training staff from
Conway Regional Hospital? Yep. And he also teaches classes at the University of Central Arkansas. We see him on every road game, and tonight we got him here at home. Well, Jackets are facing a 3rd and 12, and
let's see for Alec. I don't know if that maybe. Let's see if that's Hayden Jones maybe in the ball game. We've seen Hayden on the offense and defense at times. I think it is Hayden Jones on the carry. There's a flag on the play. Tackle at the 22. And we'll see. Darnell thinks it's a Yellow Jacket hold. We'll see what the call is.
Darnell might decline this. It'll be 4th down, or they may want to try to back us up, thinking they can stop us again, force us to kick from deep in our end of the field, but they'll go ahead and take the ball right now.
So take the yardage, move it a couple of yards past the original line of scrimmage. 4th down and 8, but it looks like the Yellow Jackets going to bring on the punt personnel. And Brody Dufresne, this is 4th punt of the first half. 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the second quarter, trailing 14-6. And Chatham will jog back to return this one. Dufresne will drop back to his own 11-yard line for the kick. Short kick's going to hit the turf, hit at the 40. And a good Yellow Jacket roll back to the Dardanelle 30-yard line.
Really surprised Chatham just let that one go. Jackets picked up another 15 yards or so on that roll back down to the 30, and this is the worst field position so far than that for Dardanelle.
You know, one thing you said last week, and I talked to Colton Warren after the football game, you brought it up in the broadcast, was what a difference Colton Warren made last week on special teams, returning those punts in the first half. I think possible kick 5 times. Warren returned those, and the difference that made in field position in a tight 7-0 game was huge last week on what Colton did.
Yeah, you had 5 punts and you saved 10 yards. You might have saved 50 yards or more of field position. Yeah, Colton did a great job last week, and a couple of those were tough balls to field. Baseball kind of came in handy that time. He's a really good outfielder from the baseball team.
Big in the shotgun. Handoff. Middle. Stretch to the right side. Gets to the ends. Got the speed. Flag on the play. Tackle made up at the 43-yard line. It'll be a first down if it stands. But
we may finally get the holding penalty on the corner. We thought we had a couple block in the backs not called. I think they're going to get the receiver for freeing up the running back there, and that's what the call is going to be.
You got Colton Warren, Caleb McCarver, Joshua Fultz, Rylan Jones in the secondary, Brayson Littell, Briar Gadberry. Zach Gonzalez got the start at linebacker. He is out there on this series for the Yellow Jackets. Alec Huey still being tended to on the Yellow Jacket sideline, down below the press box here in front of us. Vega takes the snap. 4 receivers, looks right. Now he's going to roll to his right. He's going to pass up at the sideline. If he stays in bound, it's a catch, and that is the signal. It's a first down for Dardanelle at their own 43-yard line.
Give Veda credit that time. We did get pressure on him. He forced him off the platform to his right, and he still threw a strike to receiver coming back to the ball. That's Bo Miller. He's a 6'4", also wide receiver coming back to the ball, but Vega's very fundamentally sound. Dad's a coach. His older brother was a quarterback. Like I say, we saw him a few years ago, both run and pass. And that time we put some heat on him, forced him to roll to his right, but he still put the ball right on the money.
Now the ball's on the far hash, the visiting side. Dardanelle, for the most part, filled up their stands tonight. Vega buys a little time. Pressure now from his left, forcing him to roll to his right. He's in traffic. And it looks like he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage back at about the 37-yard line. Just kind of ran out of room and ran into the black and gold the Yellow Jacket defenders.
Hey, that's a coverage sack right there. Give the secondary a lot of credit. There's nowhere to throw the football. Finally, the time ran out on Vega, but that's one of those you call a coverage sack, and give a lot of credit to the secondary.
And 2nd and 14 for Dardanelle at their own 39-yard line. Look to see a different set, and then they're going to shift about 5 players, and about 3 or 4 Yellow Jacket defenders shifted across the line of scrimmage, and that's going to go against Dardanelle. Back them up 5, bring up 2nd down, and that's 18-19.
Yeah, more than one player in motion at a time there for Dardanelle.
Time a little bit. Creativity didn't go as planned for the Sand Lizards. Scoreboard says 2nd down and 19, back at the 34. And looking to pass in the shotgun, looks right, steps up in the pocket, pressure, and going to take on the tacklers. And Vega will carry it to the 41-yard line, a pickup of 7. Still going to leave 3rd down and 12 for the Sand Lizards.
It's some of those nights, too, with a running quarterback, and we talked about it before, lane integrity for the pass rusher, straight up the field. Don't go past the quarterback, because then he'll cut inside of you and take off running. So you keep your lanes filled, try to keep him in the pocket, and a good job that time by Clinton. It's going to be 3rd and 12, and timeout on the field. Talk this one over. Jackets do not want to make a mistake on defense here.
Jordan Benson takes the timeout. And you know, you talked about Vega, those stats he had just in one half of play in their victory last week, running the football, throwing the football. And after the first quarter, he had 9 carries for 32 yards. And so we know he can run. But to the point you just made as well, some of these are not designed runs. It looks like he wants to pass first. But secondary is doing a good job in coverage because he's being forced to run on some of these. He's not broken off a big one tonight. So a good job defending the pass tonight here early in this game.
Yeah. Secondary's done a great job against a really explosive offense. Likes to throw the ball around a lot and has an elite wide receiver and a couple more. You have to cover all the receivers. They're all pretty dangerous. So,
well, Clinton's going to bring in an extra defensive back on this set. Sam Standridge comes in, the big junior for the Yellow Jackets. They'll put 5 in the secondary. Gonzalez, Littell, linebackers, along with Gradberry, Cash Carpenter, Eli Henson, and Zach Shaver will be your 3 down linemen. Alec Huey still out of the ball game. He's on the bench, coming out with an injury on that offensive set. We'll see how he does as the second quarter moves on. 5:39. 3rd down and 12. At their own 41 is Dardanelle. 12 seconds on the play clock. Clinton looking to blitz up the middle. Vega's going to tuck it. He's going to run up the middle. He's got room. 1st down, 45-40. Lowers his head, and he'll carry the ball.
This one's coming back.
And that carry to the Yellow Jacket 35 going to be wiped off. And the official does say holding. So that's a spot foul from the line of scrimmage. And the official looks to be, he may be behind the, let's see, did he start his walk at the line of scrimmage or was it behind the 40? He will move it, I guess, to the 32. That's the original line of scrimmage, back 10. So now we've got 3rd and 23 for Dardanelle.
Need a stop. And still plenty of time left in the first half.
5 receivers to the left side. They're going to throw it to Chatham. Behind those, it's going to be a double pass. Flag on the play. Down the field at the 50. It's incomplete. Ball's on the turf. And that double pass, I think a penalty was going to bring that one back anyway. But that, during the course of the play, can the Yellow Jackets decline that one and make it 4th and 23?
He's going to be holding on the off receiver here. That's procedure.
It was 3rd and 23. Defensive penalty.
So they blew the whistle. They ran the play, but they actually killed them. Well, yeah, Jackets will decline it. Yep. We'll take the football.
So it'll be
we don't want to give them any more snaps than we have to. They are so dangerous. Get the football here. 5:13 left. And first half, got plenty of time to run our offense. Should get good field position out of this.
Trailing 14-6. They will swap personnel. So, but for some time of fake here, Dardanelle's on their own side of the 50 at their own 31. So Colton Warren will be back, the lone return man for the Yellow Jackets, at his own 34-yard line. Punt, take the snap at the 23-yard line. The kick down the right side near the Dardanelle sideline. It's going to hit, bounce there, and out of bounds at the Yellow Jacket 35. So the offense comes out with, again, 5:06 remaining in the second quarter. They trail 14-6.
Yeah, plenty of time running our offense. We still have a timeout if we need it. And trying to see.
I think Hayden Jones
Alex head out on the
out there
on the field.
Yep. Alex still on the sideline.
And down in front of us here, yeah.
Bobby Bagley's come down to check on him and see about things.
Yeah, we've never seen Alec miss a game or a play.
Copeland Ross talking to him as well. Creed Brown will anchor that offensive line at the center position. Big number 51 for the Yellow Jackets. Dufresne goes low. He's under center. Takes the snap out of the slot. Think it's McNabb. Lowers his shoulder into the defender. That'll get him just across the 35, maybe the 36. Pick up a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9.
You know, Alec out of the game. Some of the guys have to step up now. Alec been on that left tackle since midway through his 9th grade season.
Hey, that's Coy Watley in the ball game. Number 77 for the Yellow Jackets. Coy's coming in on the left side of that offensive line. Quick pass, right side. Sam Standridge caught, 40, makes a move, pulling away up to the 45-yard line. He's going to be right at the first down marker. We're looking at it straight down from the press box. And that is a Petty Jean Fiber first down at the Yellow Jacket 46.
Good pass. Got it out in front of him where Sam could start running upfield with it. And Sam is getting stronger and stronger all the time. And used his strength that time. Dardanelle couldn't get him on the ground. He pulls him for a first down.
Near hash, just below us. Line of scrimmage. Dufresne looks to the sideline. 13 seconds on the play clock. Game clock will not start till the snap. There it is, Gonzalez. Handoff up the middle. And he'll pick up a yard to the 47. 2nd down for the Yellow Jackets. Good interior line play. Dardanelle. Gabe Burris, I believe that as a nose guard or a left defensive tackle for the Sand Lizards. Wing T set. McNabb's in at the slot. Dufresne takes a couple steps. Drop, pass, slant, caught. And Liam Hudson hangs on. There's a flag after the play. I don't know if it was a face mask. Almost looked like took his head off or pulled him down. Liam hangs on.
What a great play by Liam. That is one of the toughest plays for a receiver because you know you're going to get hit. You're going to run the slant, and you, the defender, are going to get there at the same time. He took the hit, held onto the football.
It's almost a clothesline.
The defender got either the face mask or up under his helmet there. The flag came in. I'm afraid they may wave it off, and they do.
We'll have to go back and watch that one on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel and get a good look at that one. But no penalty, and he's going to be just short of the first down mark. 2 yards short, 3rd and 2.
Great catch, though, by Hudson. Jackets don't get a break on the call. Now they got 2 plays to get 2 yards here.
3 minutes, 55 seconds. Second quarter, trailing 14-6. Dufresne's under center. Turn, inside handoff. Oh, Zach's met behind the line, driven backwards. And it won't be as bad as the final mark. His forward progress is going to be at the 48, so maybe only a loss of 2, maybe a yard at best. But that will bring up 4th and 4 for the Yellow Jackets. The football is at the Dardanelle 48-yard line.
Got a decision here. You could kick them deep with 3:29 left. If the Jackets don't make it here, they're going to give Dardanelle another short field. See what coach wants to dial up here.
They may try to draw them off line of scrimmage. Defensive penalty would be a first down. They could wind it down, call a timeout if the Sand Lizards don't jump, and that's the play. They're going to use their final timeout of the first half. 3:09 to go here in the second quarter. Clinton trailing 14-6, 4th and 4 at the Dardanelle 48.
Going to mention the stakeout tomorrow. If you hadn't bought your ticket, that's okay. They still have walk-ups available. The stakeout will be downtown at Cash Saver. I want to thank Cash Saver every year for that's one of a great fundraiser for Yellow Jacket football. All the money goes back to football. So if you hadn't bought your ticket, don't worry. Just head down to Cash Saver tomorrow during the hours of the stakeout. You can even drive through, and they'll hand it to you through the window there. You don't even have to get out. So the stakeout tomorrow at Cash Saver in downtown Clinton.
Steve
great
Good,
supporter.
and I think you usually see Tim Clark down there as well, cooking on the grill.
Jackets now showing punt formation possibly. Nobody back for Dardanelle, so chance to kick them back in a hole here with 3:09 left in the first half.
Dufresne, the quarterback, but he's also the kicker. He's in the shotgun, and now he will take a short drop. He's in a formation to punt the football. He does. Going to kick it away down the field. Again, no one to return. It's going to hit at the 10. It's going to roll near the end zone, and it looks to be in the end zone. That's a touchback, and Dardanelle will have the football. It's at the 20-yard line. 3 minutes, 1 second in the second quarter. It's Dardanelle 14, the Yellow Jackets 6 here in the Arkansas Class 4A Game of the Week. Dardanelle and Clinton. Clinton undefeated on the season, 5 wins, no losses. Dardanelle 4 wins, 1 loss. I kind of told a couple people today, you can kind of throw that 1 loss out. That was, a 51-0 loss against Elkins, who is the number 1 team in Class 4A. So you can almost kind of forget that and think of how good these two teams are tonight.
Yeah, I think Dardanelle kind of got everybody out of there long before that one was over, too.
And quickly snap the football. Vega's going to fake it, keep it up the middle. And he'll be tackled forward to about the 28-yard line.
Talk about sports as a game of inches. That was a game of inches there. That ball squirts into the end zone just by inches. That's the difference between the 1-yard line and the 20-yard line. But it's a game of inches, and the clock winding down to the 2:40 mark. But Dardanelle still has 3 timeouts left, so they got plenty of time here. Jackets got to play another good possession of defense here.
Clock stops on a first down in order to set the chains. Pass out on the right side, caught. The line of scrimmage makes a move, makes a miss. Near the sideline, flag on the play as the tackle was being made. And it could be an offensive penalty, though.
It's going to be a block in the back again. The off receiver for Dardanelle has hurt them a couple of times. They've had a block in the back and a hole. They probably had a couple more block in the backs that weren't called by that off receiver. Jackets get the call here. And, Alec Huey also not out there at defensive tackle spot.
So bring it back. Keep it second down. Clock is stopped here for purposes of the penalty. But that will move the football back. Looks to be at about the 19-yard line. So
Carpenter, Swan, Eli Henson. Defensive lineman right now.
What was Henson last week?
Zach Shaver.
Eli had 3 sacks in the first half last week against Pottsville. Vega takes the snap, empty backfield, wants to pass, has a lot of time, throws it up. It's high, trying to run under it, and knocked away. Coming up to defend was Caleb McCarver, and Joshua Fultz goes to the turf, incomplete. 3rd down and 11 for Dardanelle.
Great play by McCarver because he had to make up some ground as Big Bo Miller had a couple steps on the Yellow Jacket defender. McCarver closed, knocked the ball away without even touching the receiver. A great play by the speediest Yellow Jacket, Caleb McCarver there, number 1. And probably Vega threw that probably, from near the 10-yard line down here to the 45. He threw that about 45 yards. 50 yards in the air. 3rd down, and looks like Dardanelle will take one of their timeouts.
Well, Coach Post is with us tonight. We'll get with him at a halftime, give us a little stat update. We might also talk a little bit about cross country as the girls team he coaches and the boys as well. They had a fantastic week. I saw in that. And
I want to mention head coach Tammy Johnson, her Yellow Jacket tennis team. We thought about maybe having her here at halftime. We'll get her later in the year. She's had to take off, but we'll get her later in the year. But tennis team season's still going. Another great year, though, as this week both the men's and women's teams won the conference championship that was played at Clarksville. And this next week, I believe it's Monday and Tuesday, they will head to the state tournament, also on the same courts at the University of the Ozarks at Clarksville. And Kaylin Lastly and Lexi Wallace, the juniors, they were the conference doubles champions, and they've won 31 matches in a row. But our hats off to the Yellow Jacket tennis team. Last year was historic as they won conference championships and also had the first ever victory, actually the first ever entrance and victory in the overall state tennis tournament last year with Sam Brown and Trammell Hastings. And so tradition never ends. Coach Johnson keeps it moving forward every year. New faces, same success.
On the snap, Vega wants to pass. Good coverage along that Dardanelle sideline. Incomplete. Going to be McCarver and 11.
Good job by the Yellow Jacket defense. Still 2 minutes to go with Dardanelle throwing the ball around and incomplete. They stopped the clock. So they started that possession with 3:01, And there's exactly 2 minutes left, so they only used 1 minute and 1 second. The Jackets will get another chance here before the first half's over, trailing 14-6.
And a net yard loss. And Colton Warren back to return. He's at his own 47-yard line. They get the kickoff. It's a high kick. It's going to hit at the 45. Warren's going to pick off the bounce at the 40. Makes one man miss. 2, 3. He'll be swung down at the 45. So Colton Warren, good job there. He gives the Yellow Jackets a chance. They've got it at their own 45. No timeouts, but 1 minute 50 seconds remaining here for head coach Chris Dufresne to try to get points on the board. Maybe he doesn't have to score a touchdown. Remember, you got Derek Infante as a kicker. What, that kick last week against Pottsville, was that 40 yards?
40 yards.
On the successful field goal. And
Todd Treese asked me this week, is that the longest one ever? Not sure. I know they talk about some long field goals for Nate Tummelson back in the 68, 69, and 70 years.
I saw Nate this past week, I think, coming out of Walmart.
Yeah, he's got grandkids playing up at Marshall.
Oh, double handoff pitch. It's McCarver. He's got speed. The 50 turns it inside. The 40, the 30, splits two. Caleb McCarver to the 21-yard line. A Pettigene Fiber first down. 1 minute 41 to go in the second quarter.
That's another one of those plays they put in over the bye period. I was out here watching practice one day. That halfback pass and that double reverse. And you got the ball to your speediest player in space, and McCarver sets the Yellow Jackets up.
Snap the football. Jones to the right side. He's got a tackler, turns it inside, and he's strong enough to get forward for 2, maybe 3 yards. Rylan Jones, they'll give him 4. Second down and 6.
Now Clinton is out of timeout, so with 1:20 to go, the Yellow Jackets are in a hurry, as opposed to Dardanelle, who had all their timeouts. So the Jackets have got to get going here. You'd love to get this thing in the end zone.
Football, I believe, is at the 19, maybe the 18. Same play. Jones, right side, in traffic, turns up, stays on his feet. The 10, the 5, Rylan Jones. The Pettigene Fiber first down. The clock stopped. It'll be first and goal.
Great run. They had him stop probably short of the first down. He kept turning those legs, cutting back to the inside, and a first down. And it stops the clock with 1 minute to go.
They'll put it back. Where is it, the 6 maybe? Quick snap. Gonzalez gets it right side. Off tackle. Gets forward to maybe the 3-yard line. Second and goal. Clock running at 45 seconds.
Now the Jackets have plenty of time now. Just got to get lined up. Don't start too quick and get some type of procedure penalty.
Dufresne turn, give Gonzalez again. Same play. Right tackle. Tackled forward just short of the goal line. Third down and goal. Less than a yard to go.
30 seconds. Dardanelle, no hurry to get up off the ground. Big play here if you don't get in the end zone.
You probably can't. Spike it. Gonzalez again, right side.
He's in.
Touchdown. Clinton 12. Dardanelle 14. 8 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Really great play call by Coach Dufresne in the sense that during practice, they've done this before. Basically, it's kind of NASCAR going fast pace, but basically had 3 plays called ahead of time. Getting lined up. A lot of teams would jump off sides, jump quick, got lined up every time. Straight ahead to Gonzalez every time until they finally got into the end zone. That's a really well-coached team right there, and you see it on situations like that. They don't get rattled under pressure, and now the Jackets are going to try to tie the game here right before the half, going for 2.
Jones out of the ball game. Gonzalez in the backfield with Dufresne. McNabb's at the slot. Eli Henson to the left side. 2 receivers on the left side. Takes the shotgun snap and pitches double. Going to throw it back to Dufresne. Oh, and he couldn't hang on in the end zone. Kind of a double pitch, halfback pass, but it's going to fall to the turf and leave the score. Dardanelle 14, Clinton 12. 18 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Pulling some out of the hat there.
I don't know if
we
I've
haven't
ever
seen that one, and it looked like briefly Brody was open before the defender got there, but he got a hand on it, and then Brody almost caught it on the tip, but that would have tied the game. But the Jackets are back in it. They trail 14-12 with 18 seconds left here in the first half of play. And a great job by the Yellow Jackets. They drove 55 yards in a minute.
After that defensive stop to get the football back, yep.
Actually, take 18 seconds off. They drove in 42 seconds. The big play was a double reverse to Caleb McCarver. And then a big run by Rollin Jones to get the first down and stop the clock, and then 3 battering runs by Zach Hunt Gonzalez to get it in the end zone. Kick it away from the returner here.
Is he going to kick it out of bounds? Well, no, it's going to stay inbounds at the 25 near the sideline. Perfect kick. Dardanelle's going to have to just cover it on the turf. Only took a couple seconds off the game clock at 16 seconds. Dardanelle at their own 23-yard line.
A good kick by Derek. You couldn't ask for anything better than that right there. Of course, Derek, we see him with the field goals, but the long kickoffs have been big, and he's pretty accurate to kick it where you want to. You remember last year, Coach DeFran had to run down the field, stand on a spot, and tell him to kick it toward me. Don't have to do that anymore. They can tell Derek where to go with it, and Derek is really accurate, and that puts the ball back at the 23. And these last few drives where Dardanelle has had much worse field position than they had the first 3 possessions has definitely helped as they've slowed down Dardanelle, having to go instead of half a field, having to go 3/4 of the field.
And here we go, handoff, trying to sweep to the right. Open field tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Bert Gadberry. And if Dardanelle doesn't stop the clock, that's the final play of the first half. It's going to wind down. They will not snap it again. Gadberry with a big tackle, and that'll do it. Putting Roars back to score to close out the first half. They will trail 14-12, but good job offensively and defensively by the Yellow Jackets. The teams will head to the locker rooms. They'll take a break. The band's going to come out, play for us here at halftime. You can watch it on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the KHPQ Facebook page. I'm Jeff Hall. It's my colleague, Aaron Duhon, Coach Matthew Post. Stay with us. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. FL Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. FL Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace. Wherever the river flows and however the game goes, the River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price, whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive. The team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River Company.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hey everybody, this is Jamie from North Arkansas College. Did you know here at NAC we have programs dedicated solely to your success? Career Pathways is dedicated to helping parents return to college and find gainful employment by helping pay for childcare, tuition, and transportation. Our Educational Opportunities Center helps students through the college admission process, and Student Support Services aids first-generation college students with scholarships, tutoring, and advising. Visit northark.edu/welcome2025 to learn more, and remember, here at NAC, we believe in you.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Adventure awaits, and with the all-new lineup of Chevrolets, those adventures can become reality. Joe Lee Chevrolet has the best lineup of cars, SUVs, and trucks ever. Why go from A to B when imagination can take you everywhere? And remember, when you need service work, Joe Lee's service department can keep your Chevrolet running like new. Make your best deal today at Joe Lee Chevrolet in Clinton. Find new roads in your new Chevy vehicle.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
First Security has been putting our home state first since 1932, helping fellow Arkansans and their families buy homes, grow businesses, and build futures. Today, First Security is still committed to helping you bank better, providing local solutions and local support in the places we love too. It's community banking with people you know and people you know you can count on. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Kick off the season with super fast fiber internet. Pettigene Fiber gives you the home advantage and is the ultimate choice for sports enthusiasts like you. With lightning fast speeds, you'll never miss a touchdown, a slam dunk, or a winning goal again. Say goodbye to buffering and hello to the ultimate sports experience. Call us at 501-745-2493 to sign up. Better internet, better service, and better pricing that will keep you in all the action. You won't want to miss this.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, you may recognize the voice. I'm visiting with head girls basketball coach Matthew Post, also our statistician here on the football sides of things. And he was just telling me, you know, the big thing in downtown Clinton today, or close to downtown Clinton, was the Branson Chick-fil-A mobile truck was in town today serving up Chick-fil-A chicken. And I think you took a bus load of your girls over today. Is that right?
Yeah, we were excited about that today. We practiced for about 30 minutes, and then we took a little bus over there and got some Chick-fil-A. So it made for a really good Friday.
Yeah, enjoyed that. Good crowds, and I hope that was a success for them. Well, I think we're trailing by 2, but all in all, a good first half and some positives, some bright spots. How'd the numbers look in the first half of play?
Yeah, I think that half went exactly how we wanted it to go. I thought today that we wanted this game to be lower scoring in the low 20s, mid-20s. That's what we're kind of on pace for. We ran the ball 21 times for 132 yards. Which, when we run for over 130 yards in the first half, that's a good sign. We're getting a little bit of a push. We had 2 really big drives there with big runs. So I think as the game goes, we might can wear them down up front, continue to run the football. For us, running the ball, Zach Kump had 11 carries for 56 yards and 2 touchdowns. McCarver had the 1 big carry for 35 yards. Rylan Jones had 6 carries for 24 yards. It's really good to see Zach Kump. He looks 100% healthy, running it hard, and it's good to see us getting a little bit of a push up the middle, which looks to be where we're attacking them the most.
Well, speaking of running yards, even pass yards, what's the individual numbers for Dardanelle, especially when you look at quarterback Creed Vega and receiver Rod Chatham?
You have to give our defense a ton of credit. The game plan Coach Benson's came up with this week is very, very good. They've got a tough offense to stop with Vega. If you've seen his numbers, he's putting up video game numbers every week. They run the option with him. He's got 4 or 5 speed, 6'2", 6'3". The toughest part, I think, is he throws the ball deep. I think Josh gave up on that ball right here, that deep one, because he thought he was out of range, and then Vega throws it 50 yards. But we've done a really good job. He's got 14 carries for 40 yards, which is an amazing job. He's 8 for 14 for 123 yards and a touchdown in the air. So overall, our defense has done a really good job. The D-line's putting pressure on him, and we're still dropping back 6, 7 guys every time. So if they can continue to rush 3 and 4 guys and get pressure, I really like our chances in the second half.
Like I said, this is into the first quarter, and here it's true still at the end of the second quarter. If you told me before the ball game that Zach Hunt Gonzalez was going to have more rushing yards in the first half than Creed Vega would for Dardanelle, I don't know if I would have believed it. If we finished up last Friday's name and what we thought might be a significant injury that might end Zach's season or might end it for a few weeks. I don't know if you saw him this week at school. I didn't talk to him until today. He was in the Chick-fil-A line today, and I was visiting with him, and he told me, he said, we're going to tape it up. I think I'm going to play tonight. And to come out and see what he did in the first half and comparing that to Vegas numbers, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it might be the Chick-fil-A. Maybe we need a Chick-fil-A in Clinton, Arkansas. But as far as our defense goes, Broward Gadberry's got 5 tackles. Cash Carpenter's got 4 tackles. Colton Warren's got 3 tackles. Then Eli Henson also has another sack. So he's got 4 sacks in the last game and a half. So real proud of our defense. Obviously, this is just one half. You got to come out and do it again this half. But really excited where we're at, and I think our offense can continue to pound the football, and that might open up the passing game a little bit so we can continue to run the ball.
Well, in Conference 4, Class 4A, the new conference for the Yellow Jackets rotation here for the next couple of years, you got 3 teams sitting at the top, at least in the conference stands here, after only 2 weeks of play in the conference race. You've got Clinton, Dardanelle, and Mena. And when I looked at the scoreboard, again, they're not always up to date, but at least the last scores that have been reported to Fearless Friday, other than the Yellow Jacket game, you've got Lamar leading Dover 21-0. You've got Pottsville and Waldron. It's a 14-13 game with Waldron in the lead. But then Mena and Ozark, you got Ozark 18, Mena 10. So tonight, again, it's the Hootens Arkansas Football Class 4A game of the week. The Democrat Gazette had a mention as it's one of their top games, all classifications across the state tonight. And if you look on the forums a little bit, I think a lot of folks maybe they thought Dardanelle might have the best tonight. Hooten said the Yellow Jackets were the best. Maybe the home field also gives Clinton a little bit of advantage tonight, but it's a close one. It's a good game, and anybody's game in the second half, it looks like.
Yeah, if you listen to the sports talk all week, everybody was kind of split on this game 50-50. And, you've got 2 really good teams, 2 really good programs, 2 good coaches. And, Clinton's a tough place to come play. Everybody I talk to, whether it's football, basketball, they don't like coming here to play. It's, tough atmosphere. And sometimes, we're a little bit farther from everybody else. It's a little bit more of a drive. And, we play good football here at home, so hopefully we can pull it off here in the fourth quarter.
Well, speaking of the athletics, the sports program, football being a part of that, we did announce earlier in the broadcast, Clinton received an award, the Class 4A, School of the Year for a Sportsmanship Award for all sports programs. You and the other coaching staff, you have a part to play in that this year, so congratulations, and maybe what you think that means for the school. And
oh, that's awesome. That comes back on how our kids act and our community when we go places, and you're just doing it the right way, doing it the way you're supposed to do it, respecting your opponents, respecting the officials. And I think that's a huge compliment to our town, our school, our kids. And it's really awesome. I'm sure I'm the one that probably almost cost it for us. They probably didn't ask the referees on it. But, that's awesome. It's the only school in 4A getting that, and that's something to be really proud of.
We talked about tennis earlier. Both boys and girls won the district tennis championships last week. You got Lexi Wallace and Kaylin Lastly, a couple of your basketball players, tennis players. They're undefeated on the season, 31 wins in doubles, and they're all going off to state coming up here in the near future. Cross country, again, continues the fantastic season that they're having. Yeah. I saw the post from a couple of meets this week. Give us a little cross country update.
Yeah, we're really proud of Lexi and Kaylin in tennis, and Dixie and Caden. I know they were all conference and were like one match away from making state. So really proud of all of them. They just know how to win. So hopefully they go win a state championship Monday and Tuesday. And Coach Shady does an awesome job. Here, cross country's done really good. It's tough to talk about our kids because I've got so many finishing in the top 15, top 20. Mm-hmm. But our junior high girls team is they've won 7 of the 8 meets they've been in this year. The one they got second place in, they lost by 2 points. Mm-hmm. They've put in a lot of time this summer after school. They run on their own a lot, so they're really dedicated to it, and it's nice to see it pay off. And they win a lot, and they're dominating these meets. When we show up now, other coaches are like, "Dang, Clinton's here. We might can get second." So that's a credit to our kids and all that they've done. Our senior high team got second, and then Elijah Parkinson. I almost left him, actually. I thought he was playing football, and we're pulling out, and the kids are, whoa, 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 whoa. I thought I was about to run over somebody. Elijah was running from the field house. He said, hey, I'm going to go run, then my dad's going to take me to football. So he went. He won the meet, then went and played.
Went on to Darnell?
Yeah, then went to Darnell, played in the football game last night. So that was really awesome. Then our senior boys, Reese Fosco and Jacob Wildman ran. Just really proud of all our kids. They put the time in, and it's paying off.
Yeah. We still think sometimes, I guess we've said it before, still a little bit of maybe the Maddie Cabana effect, maybe throw in Allison Wallace. You had such a successful cross-country program and such a record-setting program that I would probably think that that build a little interest and enthusiasm from those young girls coming up, those junior high age girls now who maybe saw that, and now you've got so many that are doing so well in that.
Yeah, Maddie and Allison, I keep owing them. Allison at OBU and Maddie or Roberts. If you keep owing, they're having fantastic seasons. They're having fun. They're running hard. They're finishing the top half of the meets, and it's really awesome to see the success they're having. But they cause a lot of the success that the program's having now, and it's something you get. Whatever you put into it, you get, and that's what the kids are seeing, and it's just really awesome. I just have to get them there. I get them there, and they're gonna have success. I'm really proud of them.
Just drive the bus, get them there.
Yeah.
It won't be long, though, before we're talking basketball. I'm seeing a little bit in the press. I'm seeing a little bit opposed. Matter of fact, those non-football schools, if they hadn't started yet, they're going to be starting any day now.
The 21st.
Playing their basketball schedule. So it won't be long, and we'll start creeping into a little basketball talk, and we'll look forward to that. Well, it's Coach Matthew Post. Thanks for joining us. Let's get set for the second half. We still got a little bit to go, but we'll take a break. Back to the studio. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Adventure awaits, and with the all-new lineup of Chevrolets, those adventures can become reality. Jolie Chevrolet has the best lineup of cars, SUVs, and trucks ever. Why go from A to B when imagination can take you everywhere? And remember, when you need service work, Jolie's service department can keep your Chevrolet running like new. Make your best deal today at Jolie Chevrolet in Clinton. Find new roads in your new Chevy vehicle.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, First Security puts all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Head, an orthopedic surgeon. Conway Regional is expanding access to care at their Clinton Medical Clinic. Conway Regional Clinton Medical Clinic is accepting new patients for orthopedic evaluations, post and pre-op appointments, and in-office procedures. Conway Regional is committed to bringing care to you when and where you need it most. To make an appointment at Clinton Medical Clinic, call 501-745-4914 or visit conwayregional.org.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters, by Clinton Stockyard, The Pottery Shop, by Dr. Kyle Hensley and his staff, Main Street Floors, Susie Allen Salon, Johnny's Automotive, by TLC Bookkeeping, by Regions Bank, by Miller Sanitation, by Van Buren County Veterinary Clinic. These fine sponsors bring you tonight's game.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing, and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing, and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call. 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair, Towing, and Recovery, 745-2992.
Hi, this is Jamie from North Ark. Here at North Arkansas College, we are super proud of our facilities and programs, and we feel like we have all the labs, equipment, and personnel in place to help make you as successful as possible while earning an education and working towards a new career. You would be amazed at the resources that are here. If you're low income, a parent, or if you're just looking for a new career and a new role in life, come see us. Schedule a tour of either of our campuses today by visiting northark.edu/tour or by calling our recruitment office at 870-391-3102. And remember, here at NAC, we believe in you.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Saver says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters, by Clinton Drug, by Artelco, by Krause Saw and Supply, by Joe and Hash, by Dr. Jamie Beavers, by Clinton Physical Therapy and Fitness, by attorney Chad Brown, by Southern Belle Boutique and Salon, by Warren Chiropractic, and by Arkansas Mountain Real Estate and Goodwin and Herman Associates.
And we're right back to action. Hey, John Foltz is with me. I'm going to pull him out of the crowd tonight here at the halftime break. Joshua Foltz, his son. Now, we call him Joshua. I think last year at some point, I think you looked up and said, call him Joshua, not Josh.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, sir, yeah.
Number 6 for the Yellow Jackets. He's having a fantastic year there in the defensive secondary. Had a couple of interceptions last week.
Yeah.
He kind of had the game clincher against Pottsville, that thriller game.
Yeah,
I wonder what his thoughts were. What did he talk about after that game last week?
He was excited. He was excited. Just that's all he talked about all weekend was that. And I said, well, this week you got to do better, you know. And he ain't got one yet, but maybe the second half.
Well, senior season,
Josh,
year, and off to a great start. 5 wins, no losses. Kind of. How does he feel like his team's where they're at this point in the season? They feel good about things?
Well, they're feeling good. They're feeling good, but this team here is giving us a little run tonight. But the second half's going to be different, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think talk's been this week. Dardanelle's probably going to be the best team we've played so far this year. Yeah. And I know Coach Jordan Benson probably really worked with them this week on the defensive side of things, try to stop and slow down the quarterback, the receiver. And we've been talking up here in the press box, done a really good job of that so far in the first half.
Yeah. Which I'm dad, though. I can critique Josh. I guess it's what we do, though.
Yeah. Well, Mike Hawley was noticing, too, the secondary, Josh and his teammates back there are doing a good job. Vegas, they've held him, I think, to 8 of 14 passing.
Yeah.
And a lot of times he's just had to run the football because he just had nobody to throw to.
Yeah.
They're doing a good job.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good. But, yeah, I'm dad, though. I critique him a little bit more than everybody else, probably.
Well, the teammates, they're going to get out and loosen up for the second half, and trailing 14-12, but let's see if we can get ahead on the scoreboard here in the second half.
All right, thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, John Foltz. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you. Well, Mike Hawley's back here, and we're a couple minutes to go, and we'll be ready for the second half.
Yeah, but defensively, you got to, like what you saw in the first half, held Dardanelle to 14 points. As they said, coming into the ballgame, these are the two highest-scoring teams in the conference, and with Dardanelle averaging, they scored 214 points this year. They average 43 points a game if you include the Elkins game where they were shut out. They scored 53 points a game if you take the Elkins game out of the equation. The Yellow Jackets came in tonight averaging 36 points a game. On defense, Dardanelle this year has only been giving up 22 points a game, 16 if you take out the Elkins games. The Yellow Jackets with 12 points here in the first half. And so, but right where you're at, it's 14-12 at the half, trailing by 2. As I said, first place in the conference on the line tonight. These two teams, along with Mena, still undefeated in conference play. Other conference games going on tonight. It's Waldron at Pottsville. Or Waldron hosts Pottsville. Pottsville's on the road down to southwest Arkansas. You know, if Pottsville's still feeling the effects of last week, they're 0-2. Waldron's already upset Ozark this year. If Waldron pulls another upset and beats Pottsville, Pottsville is they're in a bad position because they come into that game 0-2. Dover's at Lamar. Dover 0-2, Lamar 0-2 in conference play. And another big game tonight, Mena 2-0 at Ozark 1-1. So we'll see, is Mena for real? And is Ozark, are they battling back? Ozark was upset a couple weeks ago by Waldron, so they're at 1-1. One of those two teams, Ozark, if they lose, will be in a hole. And if Mena wins, they'll move on and be 3-0. So big games tonight, Waldron hosting Pottsville. And Mena at Ozark. I don't know if Coach Post had seen any scores on that or not. I hadn't even pulled up my scoreboard tonight, but those are the key games in the conference. I think one of the big games around the state tonight is Pulaski Academy at number 1 in Class 7A, Bryant tonight. See how that one goes. There's a really gap in the numbers between those two schools as far as enrollment, and that's an interesting game tonight. In Central Arkansas.
I think I checked earlier on Fearless Friday. Is it a one-score game? Let's see. And
Darnell will have the ball to start the second half, and Derek Infante will tee it up.
And they're going to pop it up on the left side. Calling for the fair catch is Darnell at their own 32-yard line. Offense out for the first series here of the second half. Speaking of being out, I look down the field. Alec Huey, it looks like he's taken off his pads for tonight. Will not be returning to the ball game. We'll hope, we'll pray that he'll be okay.
We're going to wait a couple, 3 days and have him have it checked out. It's a lower leg injury, and we won't see him anymore tonight. You know, last week in the fourth quarter, we wasn't sure if we'd see Zach Gonzalez this week, and he's back, and big left tackle Alec Huey is out. So, but Yellow Jackets, they stepped up last week on that final drive without Zach and scored. The guys will fill in tonight for Alec.
Vega's going to take the shotgun snap. Designed run up the middle in traffic. Up across the 35, maybe the 36-yard line.
You know, Darnell scored on those first 2 possessions of the ball game, but they had such great field position. They only had to go half the field. The rest of the first half, the Yellow Jackets forced them into longer field positions, and the Yellow Jacket defense definitely was a definite advantage. So here on this drive, they start at their own. Well, this drive started at the 32.
And quick pass, right side. I think that one might have bounced on the turf just before fielding the football. I think incomplete, and bring up third down. I think Brian Gadberry was your leading tackler in the first half of the Yellow Jackets. He made the final tackle to finish out the first half of play, and Breyer, the junior, coming out of that middle linebacker spot, did a good job. He and Zach Hunt-Gonzalez and Brayson Littell, your 3 linebackers.
Well, it looked like the running back got an early start, and the Yellow Jacket defense is there to snuff it out.
And only up to the 40-yard line on the carry. And that will leave the Sand Lizards a couple of yards short. 4th and 2 for Dardanelle at their own 40-yard line. Looks like they'll swap personnel for the punt.
Looks like Jesus Garcia was heading toward the line of scrimmage for the snap. No flag, but the Yellow Jacket defense stops it 2 yards short of a first down. And what they couldn't do early in the first half was get them off the field on third down. Looks like they may have a chance here. You got to watch for the fake.
Colton Warren, again, back to defend. The kick's going to go far to the right side, hit at the 40, and roll inside to the 31-yard line. Offense will have it there. Clinton trailing by 2. They're going to have a chance here to take the lead. 10:36, third quarter. Creed Brown, and let's see, Coy Watley. He came in, I know, after Alec Huey went down. So Coy's in on the offensive line, and also Fuentes. Is that
Eden Cifuentes
Eden on 62? I think.
You know, with Huey and Carpenter, we've been really balanced this year with 2 big, good linemen, both at right tackle and left tackle. You might see the offense maybe tilt a little bit toward Cash Carpenter's side of the field here in the second half.
He's at the right tackle spot. Hayden Jones is at a right guard, and a little bit of movement along the line. The flag's going to fly before the snap of the football.
Both teams look a little tentative or out of sync coming here to start the second half. mentioned Dardanelle in that first half. Those first two drives of the game, they started at their own 48 and at the Clinton 44, and they scored both times. But then they had to take the ball at the 31, the 30, and the 20, and the 22-yard line, and the Jackets stopped them on 4 straight possessions when they forced them to have to go the length of the field.
So 1st and 15 after the penalty. Wing T set. Dufresne, quick pass, right side. That one's going to bounce off the turf. He was trying to get it to Liam Hudson. Liam had a big catch in the first half of play, but he didn't get a chance on that one. 2nd down and 15.
And we talked about can't get behind the sticks. We get a penalty on 1st down, so it's 1st and 15, then an incomplete pass.
Lance McNabb is in at the slot. Sam Standridge, receiver on the right side. Looks like he'll have single coverage on the wide side of the field. Dufresne drops back, pump. Now he's wanting to throw it. Sandridge, one-on-one, gets behind the defender, stretches out, dives across the 40, but just couldn't catch up with that one. Just a couple of yards, couple of step or two short. Incomplete, 3rd and 15.
Kind of a little stutter step or stop move early and then taking off on the go route, and he got behind the defender, but the pass was just a little too long. Jackets facing 3rd and 15. Had single coverage, couldn't make the connection.
And Colton Warren will hustle in, bring the play in from head coach Chris Dufresne on the Yellow Jacket sideline. And Rylan Jones going to split out wide right. A couple of players there. He and Hudson. In motion goes McNabb, left to right. Pressure in the backfield. Dufresne, he's going to be hit from behind. Ball's loose. It's on the turf, and it's covered by Dardanelle. Boy, Brody, he never saw that one coming from his side. He got hit, knocked the ball away. First turnover, of the ball game, and Dardanelle's going to have the football. Look to be at about the Yellow Jackets, the 13-yard line.
That's the play they worked on this week. They added, as you saw, Harold McNabb coming in motion to the near side. They kind of have 3 receivers at 3 different levels. Kind of give them another option. They're kind of running that play with 2 receivers, and they just didn't have time to get it off as he got ran down from behind. As you said, he never saw it coming, and the Yellow Jacket defense back against the wall now as Dardanelle has it only 13 yards from the goal line.
Vega, snap, he's going to run. Right side, back in the middle, through traffic. He'll dive forward inside the 5, looks to be to the 3-yard line. And that'll be right at the first down marker. Official says it is a first down, Dardanelle. 1st and goal. First turnover of the night for either team, and Dardanelle now set up with 1st and goal.
I don't think it's going to leave Vega's hands.
He's going to run again to the right side. Falls forward on the tackle. Maybe the 1 inside the 1. 2nd down and goal. He's a big, strong quarterback. It's going to be tough.
Gadberry's now down.
Zach Shaver gets credit for the tackle. As you said, Breyer has yet to get up on his feet. Head coach Chris Dufresne. And the training staff.
The Jackets have played a whale of a game so far and still may very well win this one. You look at the numbers, this is almost like a David and Goliath type ball game. Dardanelle is the biggest 4A school in the state of Arkansas. They're number 1. There's 48 schools in 4A. Dardanelle's number 1. Clinton is number 41 in the 9 through 11 classes. That's where you get the number to determine your classification. Dardanelle has 471 students. Clinton has 313. And you get the top 4 or 5, the Batesville South Sides, the Arkadelphias. They have such numbers. But the Yellow Jackets have been well to hold their own the last few years, more than hold their own, and been very successful. But it's definitely tonight. This is a big Dardanelle team. The Yellow Jackets, I think that should be 3rd down, shouldn't it? I guess they gave him a 1st down. I guess inside the 3, so it is 2nd down. And the Vega's not going to get rid of the football.
Quarterback keeper up the middle. He had a push from behind from his teammates. He's into the end zone, and it's touchdown. Dardanelle 20. Clinton 12, 9 minutes, 45 seconds here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, he had every carry from the 13 on in. They were not going to risk anything there. Vegas scores some 1 yard out. And that's his 2nd touchdown of the night. He had a touchdown pass early in the game and then scores here. Garcia on for his 3rd extra point of the night.
Kick is up. And it's good. It'll be Dardanelle 21, Clinton 12, 9:45 here in the third when we return. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in north central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Visiting with Clay Maxey, your hometown Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. Here's something we don't hear anymore. Prices are dropping at Clay Maxey.
We've just decided with inflation and the way prices are going up on everybody, we wanted to take a real hard look and see how we could help the community by lowering some of our prices. Across the board, we've done everything that we could do to lower prices on our services, our cost of labor, our used inventory. We've got to do it in order to be responsive to our community and our customers.
See the change at ClayMaxeyCDJR.com.
And Rylan Jones on the return. He had to go back to his own 1 yard line to field that kick. He'll get it to the 25. Couldn't get him down very easily. And Yellow Jacket offense back out on the field.
Dardanelle scored a 13-yard drive on 4 plays after the fumble. Garcia's extra point made it 21-12. 2-possession game now. Jackets got to go to work here. Last possession, they opened with a procedure penalty that backed them up, and they never recovered from it.
Liam Hudson, split wide right, wing T set. Dufresne's under center. Creed Brown gives to McNabb, moving left to right, out of the slot. And he's going to be dropped. Maybe a yard at best to the 27. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. McNabb, the sophomore for the Yellow Jackets. He was one of our first Arkansas Bank and Trust players of the game last week in that victory over Pottsville. I think he finished with 77 yards in the contest. He, along with a couple of his defensive teammates, Eli Henson and Joshua Fultz, our first Arkansas Bank and Trust players of the game.
Jackets with a couple of sophomores up there on the offensive line.
Give his left to right. Rylan Jones. Good footwork by Jones. Stays on his feet, gets through the traffic, and he moves the football up across the 35. Well, right at the 35. And going to leave the Yellow Jackets just a yard short. Going to be 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 here. Big play for Yellow Jackets. You don't want to hand it back to Dardanelle here, so Zach Hunt Gonzalez on the sideline right now. Littell at fullback. Littell had a couple of good runs in the first half from that fullback position. They are in tight.
And Dufresne's going to keep it. He's up the middle, and it looks like he's got a yard. I think the side officials got him at about the 37, and that's a Petty Jean Fiber first down. Trailing 21-12, 8:24 in the third. Keep the drive alive.
Still a lot of time. Stick to your knitting here. Use up the clock. Keep Dardanelle's offense off the field. Of course, got to score at the end of it here.
Creed Brown will snap it from the 37. He does. Dufresne the handoff right to left. Rylan Jones in traffic. He's got a hole across the 45. Rylan Jones to the 46. A 9-yard pickup.
Another good run by the junior Rylan Jones.
Boy, he's got speed. He's got strength. He's got good footwork. He can stop. He can cut.
135 yards last week against Pottsville.
Number 9 rusher, yardage-wise, in all the state, all schools, all classifications.
McNabb in there had 77 yards last week. Had 5 really big runs on 8 carries, and that may be a delay of game.
Flags fly at the snap of the football.
Procedure.
So 2nd and 1 will become 2nd and 6. And that'll move the football back to the Yellow Jacket 41-yard line. Standridge in, Warren out.
Yeah, can't have those yards. Are so hard to come by tonight. 2nd and 1. So, as you said, comes 2nd and 6.
Jory Tumlinson, manager for the Yellow Jackets, will step out. He'll change the footballs in and out while the offense is moving the football. Rylan Jones takes the handoff right to left. Tries to turn it inside. Got a little low. Not much. Maybe picked up a yard at best. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. And I don't know if you're in 4-down territory or not on your own side of the 50 at your own 42, trailing 21-12, 3rd quarter.
Probably depends on how close you get here. Defense has played well. when they forced Dardanelle to go the length of the field.
We saw Clinton punt the football I think, late in the second quarter. Was that right? Ron Jones takes handoff right, left, trying to stretch to the end. He's got it! First down, 50, across the 50 to the Dardanelle 47. It's a Pettigene Fiber first down.
That's a big play right there. We don't have to make that decision now. First down for the Yellow Jackets in Dardanelle territory at the 48. And that time running on that Watley side of the field. Also, you got those pulling guards coming from that right side.
That's Coy Watley, only a sophomore, younger brother of Cooper Watley. We've called Cooper's names on occasion, number 88 for the Yellow Jackets, but now it's the younger brother, number 77, coming in on that line with Alec Huey out of the ball game. And
Watley and Cifuentes up there, both sophomores.
Dufran drops back, wants to pass. He's going to be chased from the left side, throws it up. Oh, he's got a hand on him.
Wow.
Incomplete. Down about the 20-yard line.
Looked like he had a piece of the jersey and no call.
Wow. Was he shielded from that? We'd go back and watch. It looks like he was holding the back of Colton Warren's jersey.
Because Warren ran past him and he knew he was beat. Looked from here like he reached out and got the jersey. No call. And there have been a couple of blocking the backs and that pass interference call. The Yellow Jackets have not got a break tonight here at home.
Well, I hope you're watching the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the KHPQ Facebook page. Ron Jones with a carry. They're going to strip it. It's loose on the turf. And Dardanelle's going to end up with it. Looks like a hand came in, stripped him. It got loose. It's the second turnover here of the second half. It'll be Dardanelle's football at their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, you never know about sports. It happened so quickly. A no pass interference call, which would have set the Yellow Jackets up down around the 33-yard line. Don't get the call, and then the Yellow Jackets fumble on the next play. And Dardanelle, once again, with a short field, they take over at their own 48. And this is a must-stop for the Yellow Jacket defense with 6:12 left in the third quarter.
.612 here in the third quarter. Vegas in the shotgun. One back to his left. Wants to pass. Going to throw it deep down the right side. Trying to get behind the defender. Incomplete. Boy, he threw that one deep on a line drive. Receiver thought he got interfered with, but it'll come back, be second down and 10.
I was going to say, they throw a flag on that one after not throwing one on this one on the near side. Great job by Colton Warren, right with the speedy Chatton all the way. It was a go route right down the sideline. It was a track meet as they were heading down the sideline, and Warren was right there in the coverage.
It showed some arm strength by Creed Vega. And handoff, trying to get to the right side, turns it back inside in traffic. Has the speed across the 35, up across the 30. Wrestled down, swung down at the Yellow Jacket 28, and a Dardanelle first down.
Good run. You got everybody kind of spread out with all those receivers, and then hand the ball off up the middle.
And quickly, Sand Lizards on the football. They will snap it. Going to throw it in the backfield. Flag on the play. This one should be coming back. Tackled at the 22.
I think we had two players in motion at the same time. Yep, the illegal shift.
And Coach Jordan Benson signaling it into his defense. And so first and 10. Back them up 5, be first and 15. 5:40 third quarter. Dardanelle 21, Clinton 12. .15 seconds on the play clock. Motion again left and right. Across his face, but Vega's going to keep it. And he'll run into the line. Not much. A yard or two at best to the 32. Second down and 14.
McCarver, Carpenter, Zach Hunt Gonzalez, Briar Gadberry all on the tackle.
Good to see Gadberry back. He went out on the previous drive, the injury, back in. Second and 14. Shotgun snap, handoff straight up the middle. Gets away from one tackler. And going to be brought down at maybe the 27-yard line. Going to be flags after the play, after the tackle.
This is a big call right here.
Like a dead ball foul, usually unsportsmanlike on somebody.
If it goes against Clinton, it's going to be a huge play, probably end up in a first down. Offsetting, nobody's hurt. And if it gets Dardanelle, they're going to have third down and very long.
Coach Chris Dufresne's out on the field a bit.
This is one of those, especially time and situation here.
And here's the call.
Wow.
Unsportsmanlike, personal foul. Clinton. Oh, that is the call. And now Coach
That
Dufresne's
just let
getting an
Dardanelle out of the
explanation.
hole. They were going to face third and long, regardless.
So the 15-yard penalty assessed will move the football inside the 15. Looks to be at about the 13. And a first down for Dardanelle. And back to action. They're getting the shotgun. Steps left. They're going to force him to keep it, not make the pitch, and he'll get inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Cadbury with the tackle. Leading tackle in the first half.
You know, if you hold them to a field goal here, you're okay. You're two scores but down anyway, no matter what. So 24-12, still down 12. You're still down 2 scores. The touchdown makes it a 3-score game. So still a lot riding on this drive right here for the Clinton defense.
Under 4 minutes to play, third quarter. Shotgun snap, handoff. Flag on the play into the end zone, but this one may be coming back. Usually
That's why
looks like a hold.
Kind of that fullback dive out of the pistol. They've been called for a hold right there. That must be why twice we've seen him go untouched up the middle tonight. And there's another hold. Probably if we had the replay and looked at that, there's probably some offensive lineman basically tackling a defensive lineman on a play like that. So that backs them up. Gives Yellow Jacket defense some hope here. It's going to be second down. They can still get a first down without a touchdown down there, around the 4-yard line?
Well, if you're watching, we haven't turned him loose to do replay. I know he probably could do it, Aaron Duhon, but he is running the live stream tonight. You can go back and watch this one. All of them are archived at the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel. You can rewatch the game. Shotgun snap. Keep it himself. Vega up the middle. Lowers his shoulder. He's a load to bring down. He's going to get it back to the 10-yard line and bring up third down, third and long. They can get a first down short of the end zone, but third and a long 7.
And he comes up limping. I think it's a cramp, but the Yellow Jackets done a good job tonight. He's the type of player you can't arm tackle. You have to game tackle him, and the Jackets have done a good job tonight there. And he just got a cramp, but nobody's willing to help him.
They're going to have to call timeout or bring somebody else in. I think they're going to call timeout.
Yeah, nobody else is coming in, I can tell you that.
Timeout, 21-12. Yellow Jackets trailing. A turnover in the third quarter led to a short field, a 13-yard touchdown drive for Dardanelle. That's the difference really here in the ball game and in the second half. That 14-12 lead now 21-12 here in the Class 4A statewide game of the week.
Yeah, I mentioned even celebrities, I think, here tonight. I haven't seen him, but I heard Lance Taylor should be in the audience tonight. And so the head of the Arkansas Activities Association swinging by to see a game and probably see his granddaughter, Bennett Lead, daughter
right.
of Judson and Leighton Smith. And also saw Duke Dawson down there tonight. Hopefully a future Yellow Jacket.
Duke fed the team today at Dawson Aircraft in the hangar. That was the pregame meal today at 3 o'clock. Got to stop by there, and they fed everyone. We had a good visit, and I think Trevor was going to be at the ballgame tonight. Some of the rest of the family, they were going to Searcy tonight. Former Yellow Jacket, All-State, All-Star football player from last year, Jasper Burgess. He's bronc riding now and doing fantastic. So they were all going to Searcy to watch son-in-law Jasper tonight do a little bronc riding.
Yeah, Trevor, Mom, and Duke are down here in the end zone watching. He's got the best seat in the house. He's in that stroller. Here we go. Third down.
Timeout. Shotgun snap. Looking to pass. Pressured. Forced. Run up the middle. Flags on the play. Inside the 5. But let's see if this one will come back.
That's a weird location for a flag. It's in the secondary. And they're going to call, I think they're pointing toward Dardanelle, I believe. Maybe. It was in the secondary.
Sometimes you could have a defensive holding in the secondary.
The Dardanelle receiver said it's on Clinton. The first indication I saw the official point toward Dardanelle.
And it was going to be close to a first down.
Not many calls have gone the Yellow Jackets' way tonight. Let's see. Now it's going to be against Clinton. I think they're talking to. Yep.
Defensive holding decline. So I think the result of the play is a first down. That'll give the Sand Lizards first and goal. Football looks to be at the Yellow Jacket 3-yard line. Three minutes, 1 second remaining in the third quarter. Dardanelle looking to put their second score of the second half here. Vega, he kept it himself on that previous scoring drive. This time he's going to hand it off into the end zone. Touchdown, Dardanelle. Sand Lizards 27, the Yellow Jackets 12. 2 minutes, 50 seconds in the third quarter. Extra point to come.
Ian Branson on a 3-yard carry is his second touchdown of the night. And just a 52-yard drive again for Dardanelle. They've scored 4 times on 4 short fields.
Jesus Garcia. It's perfect on extra points. Missed the field goal, but it's a bad snap. He's going to have to chase it down. He's going to throw it up for a chance at a 2-point play. It's knocked away. So the conversion attempt fails. That leaves your score. Dardanelle 27, the Yellow Jackets 12. There'll be 2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter when we return. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes, the River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price, whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive. The team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River Company.
Visiting with Clay Maxey, your hometown Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. Here's something we don't hear anymore. Prices are dropping at Clay Maxey.
We've just decided with inflation and the way prices are going up on everybody, we wanted to take a real hard look and see how we could help the community by lowering some of our prices. Across the board, we've done everything that we could do to lower prices on our services, our cost of labor, our used inventory. We've got to do it in order to be responsive to our community and our customers.
See the change at ClayMaxeyCDJR.com.
Jackets, on the return? McNabb, and he'll get it up across the 20. Looks to be at about the 23-yard line. Clinton will have it there here in the third quarter.
After the second turnover of the third quarter by the Yellow Jackets, Dardanelle drives 52 yards for the touchdown, helped by a couple of penalties, and a 3-yard run by Ian Branson for the touchdown. They now lead by a score of 27-12. Still 2:44 left here at the third quarter. Still plenty of time. Yellow Jackets have got to get on the move. Had a promising drive last time until a no call on a pass interference potential play, and then the Yellow Jackets turn it over on a fumble.
And handoff. Move it to the 25, maybe the 26. Pickup of almost 3.
And if you just tuned in
with the carry,
the outstanding left tackle, Alec Huey, out, injured in the second quarter. Jackets with a couple of sophomores now on the offensive line. 2 seniors and a junior up there. Creed Brown, the lone junior at center.
And here we go to the left side. Rylan Jones turns it back inside a bit. He'll move it across the 30. Looks to be at the 33. A pickup of 7. Third and short. Third and well. And they're going to say it's a Petit Jean Fiber first down for the Yellow Jackets.
Actually, right now, with Hayden Jones in the ball game, there are 3 sophomores, a junior, and a senior on the Clinton offensive line. So first down, Clinton.
With a minute 42 here in the third quarter. First down play. Out of the slot. Turn it up. I think that's Littell on the carry. And might have got to the 34 for a 1-yard pickup. Second down.
McCarver checks in. He had a big run in that second quarter on the double reverse. Helped set up a touchdown right before the half.
Liam Hudson will split wide right. junior, 501 magazine, kind of a player to watch for the Yellow Jackets. Pitch out of the slot. McCarver takes it, but he's met behind the line of scrimmage. No room to run. 3 Sand Lizards, 4. And he's going to be tackled at the, 32? That'll make it 3rd down and 11 for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, for the Yellow Jackets, we're usually very good at running the football and efficient at passing the football off the run. Problem is when when the run doesn't work and we get forced into obvious passing situations.
Snap the football. Dufresne rolls to his left, stops, looks to pass, deep pass, left side behind the defender, stretches out, and just about a hand too short up at the 37. It's going to be incomplete. 4th and 11 for the Yellow Jackets, and it looks like the punt team's coming out.
A little nifty double move that time by Colton Warren. He was going to kind of maybe run a stick route, and he wasn't open, so then he turned it up and went deep and got the step on the defender just out of reach, and the Yellow Jackets forced on a 3-and-out here to punt. Keep it away from Chatton. He's deep.
Dufresne will kick it away down the field. It's going to hit at the 35, bounce up, roll inside the 30, 26-yard line. Dardanelle will have it there when we return. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters, by Clinton Stockyard, The Pottery Shop, by Dr. Kyle Hensley and his staff, Main Street Floors, Susie Allen Salon, Johnny's Automotive, by TLC Bookkeeping, by Regions Bank, by Miller Sanitation, by Van Buren County Veterinary Clinic. These fine sponsors bring you tonight's game.
Come back to action. The Yellow Jacket defense facing a must-stop, trailing 27-12. Can't fall behind by 3 possessions.
There was a first down play that picked up a first down. Dardanelle now at the 40. Vega on the run, 45, 50. Still on his feet. The 30, the 20. One man to beat. Does he get in? Is it a touchdown-saving tackle at the 1-yard line? And Vega gets loose on his biggest run of the night, and he'll go, 59 yards.
I think I mentioned this earlier. He cannot be arm tackles, and that's the first time tonight where we saw he broke 3 or 4 arm tackles and then got in the open field and has that 4.6 speed and gets down to the 1-yard line. That'll end the third quarter.
Final play. 27-12 is the score. Final 12 minutes. When we return, you're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call: Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call. 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Visiting with Clay Maxey, your hometown Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. Here's something we don't hear anymore. Prices are dropping at Clay Maxey.
We've just decided with inflation and the way prices are going up on everybody, we wanted to take a real hard look and see how we could help the community by lowering some of our prices. Across the board, we've done everything that we could do to lower prices on our services, our cost of labor, our used inventory. We've got to do it in order to be responsive to our community and our customers.
See the change at ClayMaxeyCDJR.com.
Well, we come back to action here, and Dardanelle knocking on the door. They already lead 27-12 after that 59-yard run by Vega. Gets it down to the 1-yard line, and I'd be shocked if anybody touches the ball here but Vega. but we'll see.
They will shotgun snap.
I'm
It's
shocked.
a handoff. It's into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Third here of the second half for Dardanelle, and that makes your score the Sand Lizards 33, Yellow Jackets 12. Extra point attempt to come.
That's Ian Branson's third touchdown of the night, all from short distance.
Three for 4 on extra point attempts tonight. Bad snap, didn't get a chance to kick on that last one. This one, they get it down. The kick is up, and it's good. It's Dardanelle 34, the Yellow Jackets 12. But just a little bit of score updates from around the conference we saw there. I think the big one there, Mena and Pottsville. No, Mena.
Mena and Ozark.
Mena and Ozark tied at 18 in the third quarter. Mena coming into tonight. You had the Yellow Jackets, the Sand Lizards, and Mena, I think all, undefeated in conference play, sitting at the top. So that Mena Ozark, and I think before the season, I think everybody probably thought Ozark might have been the top of the conference going in. But
the quarterback got hurt in the benefit game, came back last week. He had almost 400 total yards by himself last week. And so, and then, of course, Mena beat was that Pottsville a couple of weeks ago at Pottsville. And so we have never played Mena. Watching the film of them, they were big and strong and got a lot of seniors on that team this year. And so they've normally been a 505 team the last several years, but they got a pretty good ball club this year too. So that game is at Ozark. The other game was Pottsville at Waldron tonight.
The kickoff fielded by Rylan Jones at the 5. Starts right, back to the middle of the field just a bit. And they'll pile up, tackle him at the 30. I think looking ahead on the Yellow Jacket schedule, we've got Dover and Waldron coming up the next 2 weeks, and they're going to finish with those two top teams remaining. Mena and
we'll be on the road next week at Dover, and then go to Waldron, and then finish with Mena and Ozark. So everything's still in front of us. Still 11:46 left in this one. Stranger things have happened.
Yellow Jackets yet to get on the board here in the second half. 2 turnovers really been the downfall offensively and then defensively, leading to scores. And there's an incomplete pass, knocked away back behind the line of scrimmage.
Mena and Ozark tied at 18. That's in the third quarter. Pottsville 33, Waldron 14. That game's at Waldron. So Waldron got their first win in a couple years. A few weeks ago at Ozark, a shocker. But they were drilled last week by Dardanelle, and they're losing tonight by 19 against Pottsville. Maybe sanity is restoring itself. And Lamar 21, Dover nothing. That's in the second quarter. The Yellow Jackets will take on the Pirates next Friday night over in Pope County.
Wing T out of the slot. I think that's McNabb on the carry. Maybe the 31, a gain of a yard. Bring up 3rd down and 9 on the drive for the Yellow Jackets. Creedbound stays in the game, and I don't know if he was shaking his hand again, or earlier he was shaking it off like his right hand was giving him trouble, and he may just have to deal with that one for the remainder here of this fourth and final quarter. Look to make a shotgun snap to DeFran. Gonzalez stays in the block, and attempted pass out in the flat on the left side, incomplete. 4th and 9 for the Yellow Jackets.
Try to hit Rylan out in the flat and maybe let him run, try to break a tackle and get a first down, but the pass was off target. Jackets forced to punt, and here in the second half, the Yellow Jackets possessions: fumble, punt. Jackets 0 for 4 here in the second half. For that game, remember, when the Jackets went to Lamar, they had the ball 9 times, scored 8 out of 9, but it's not. The Dardanelle defense has definitely slowed down the Yellow Jackets.
There's the kick, low kick, but they'll keep it away from Chatham. It will roll out of bounds at the 24-yard line. So good punt by Brody Dufran. And Alec Huey out of the game with an injury. Creed Brown's going to come over, and He's still trying to shake off that hand. Something's hurting him there. He's going to sit by Alec. Brayson Littell, senior, sits down by those guys. And with 11 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, trailing 34-12.
Yeah, Littell here on the near side. He's usually out there in the secondary. I see McNabb and Fultz and McCarver and Warren out in the secondary right now.
So what's that?
Barry, Gonzalez, and Jones at linebacker. Carpenter, Swan, Shaver, and Henson along the defensive line.
Venable, I think it's Braden Venable in the ball game. Sophomore, younger brother of Bryson Venable, who graduated last year. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, swung around and down by Eli Henson. That's the Eli Henson we saw last week in that victory over Pottsville. That's his time to shine tonight. Tackle for loss, 2nd and 13.
Yeah, big game of Eli's career, especially defensively. Last week had 9 tackles, 3 for loss, and big play there. He's big, rangy tight end and defensive end.
Interviewed him after the ball game last week, had him on the radio. Good talker. Enjoyed that with Eli Henson. Shotgun snap. Vega throws. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. And open field tackle, one-on-one. Good tackle. And going to limit the Sand Lizards' pickup of 2, maybe 3, 3rd and 9.
Here's Zach Shaver, I think, over there. You know, he had some, there's your big receiver they got at the ball to him in open space, and Shaver went over there and made a great open field tackle and forced a 3rd and 9. Jackets jump, but they get back.
10 seconds on the play clock. They'd like to get a stop here, force a punt. 9:45 on the clock. Snap the football, looking to pass. 4 receivers in the pattern. Throw it deep down the field. Come back, jump ball. And Chatham comes back, but he can't pull that one in. Incomplete. 4th and 9 for the Sand Lizards back to their own 25.
Another great defensive position that time by Colton Warren against a 6'4 receiver with great speed. And Warren has frustrated him all night long. That's going to force a 4th down, and Yellow Jacket defense keeps coming up big here. Yeah, the Yellow Jackets still breathing a little bit here. Warren goes deep.
Secondaries continue to do a good job here in the second half. They've done a good job tonight on limiting the passing game of Dardanelle. There's the kick down the field. Hits at the turf. Fielded by Warren at the 40. Back to the 50-yard line. Good job by Colton Warren. He saw a defender coming at him, but he's going to pick up 10 on the return. And Yellow Jackets will be at midfield to start this drive. 9:28 remaining in the ball game, trailing 34-12.
Yeah, you look at the chart. It almost just jumps out at you when Dardanelle has a short field to go. They've scored. It's either they've had a good return or we've turned it over. But when they had a long field to go, they haven't really scored much tonight, or haven't scored at all really on that. You know, when they had to go 70-plus yards. But yeah, Jackets now have good field position at the 50. They've their best field position of the second half. And they have to score here, trailing 34-12.
Wing T set. Hudson split wide left. Littell in the ballgame goes in motion. To the left, the pass caught. Rylan Jones turns it up. 45-40. Makes a miss. Goes out of bounds on his own at the 36. It's going to be a flag out of bounds away from the ball after the play. Eli Henson and a defender. Eli Henson was out of bounds. Defender was behind him. And somebody's going to be whistled there. We'll see.
I think it looked worse than it was. A Dardanelle player, I think, went down in front of the Clinton bench, but there was just, I think, momentum may have carried the Yellow Jacket into him.
Officials talk it over. It'd be
the same play we saw earlier. They put in a week or so ago with the 3 levels on the same side, one kind of running a little hitch, and there's also a wheel route a part of that. And they got Jones that time on the catch and the run.
Football's at the 35. Officials talk it over. And now we'll look for the signal. Head coach Chris DeFran's out on the field, too, awaiting.
They're going to give Clinton a first down and then mark it back.
This one might have the potential to get a little chippy. The Dardanelle team, they're kind of clapping towards the Yellow Jacket team as they're backing that one up. And we still got a lot of time in this one, 9:22 to go.
It really looked like a Clinton player bumped into Dardanelle player here on the near sideline. It looked worse than it was. I think it was just because there was momentum of all the players running here to the near side. But Clinton got credit for the first down, but then they just marked the ball back where they started from. So it's almost like a free play, but we prefer the 15 yards instead of the down.
So here we go. Break the huddle. Wing T set. McNabb's in the slot. Standard just split wide left. It's the handoff to Jones, right to left. Turns it up inside in traffic. He'll get it across the 50 to the 48-yard line. 2-yard pickup by the junior Rylan Jones. And I have to check with Coach Matthew Post on Rylan Jones' numbers. You know, he's been putting up over 100 yards a game. See where he stands tonight.
How's Rylan, Coach? Going to be a 100-yard game? 60.
60 on the night.
Well, if he gets 100 tonight, something good happened then.
Dufresne drops back, rolls to the right, pressure, turns back to the left, and he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage back at his own 41-yard line. Had 2 defenders, one from the left, one in the right, and nowhere to go for the junior Brody Dufresne. Loss of, give him 9 on the play, bring up 3rd down and 19.
They kind of want to maybe throw a deeper route that time, but didn't have any time to get rid of the ball. And really not even really time to throw it away either. He had 2 defenders right in his face.
Two receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Caught behind, blockers on the right side. Cash Carpenter comes out to block, but going to be dropped after only a 2-yard pickup. There's going to be a flag after the tackle. This one, I think, may go against the Sand Lizards. 2-yard pickup, it would be 3rd and 17. Let's see if this can turn into a 15-yard penalty against Dardanelle. The officials.
Not sure what happened there. Big hit on the play. I don't know if it's helmet to helmet. Flag came in a little bit later than that, though. Definitely could see probably some taunting on that play.
Unsportsmanlike on Dardanelle. So, what? Not an automatic first down, is it? Only a 15-yard pickup? Will that...
We'll make it 4th down and 2.
About 2. Football's at the 42. The Yellow Jackets need to get to the 40. They're going to go for it here. Trailing 34-12, 8 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the ball game. 4th and 2. Standards brings the play in. Let's see. They'll break the huddle. Creed Brown to snap the football. Dufresne goes under center. Turn, give. McCarver. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, dropped, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down. Ball's going to go over on downs to Dardanelle with 7 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. Dardanelle leads 34-12.
Nothing there. Tried a quick hitter to McCarver. Just couldn't grind it out, come up a yard or so short. And the Jackets turn it over. Can't take advantage of that unsportsmanlike penalty. We said there's 3 sophomores now up on that line of scrimmage on the offensive line.
Dardanelle with 2 touchdowns in the first half. It was 14-12, their lead at the break. They've scored 3 touchdowns here in the second half. Held the Yellow Jackets scoreless here in the second half. Those 2 turnovers by Clinton, really the difference in this one.
Don't look now. Another short field for Dardanelle, taking over the 42-yard line.
Vega takes the snap, slings it, quick pass on the right, caught, makes the move. Couple defenders make the tackle at the 44 for the Yellow Jackets. That's Braden Venable and Joshua Fultz on the tackle. That will limit Dardanelle to a 2-yard pickup and bring up 2nd down.
Good hustle out there. That bubble screen, which is basically a running play. You get it out there quick, and a good job by the Yellow Jackets to fight through the blocker to get to the receiver. Only a 2-yard gain.
Second down play. Vega play clock at 10. They can take their time here, the clock to their advantage. They'll get inside 5 seconds before they snap the football. Hand off up the middle, stretching out to the left side. Warren giving chase, gets an assist, but it's going to be a first down up at the Yellow Jacket 45-yard line before it steps out of bounds. That will stop the clock at 6:52 remaining. Coach Jordan Benson signals in the defensive call. Ball's on the far hash, the visiting side. Still the stands are full with the Dardanelle on that visiting side. Get to the right side, around the end's got the speed. 30, 25, 20 down the sideline. 10, 5, touchdown. There's a flag on the play back at the 47-yard line. That should bring this one back and negate the scoring play by the Sand Lizards.
And zone blocking here to the outside, stretch it out. The flag again right in the center of the offensive line, but a whole lot of talking going over for just a common holding penalty.
That'll probably be one thing that Dardanelle coaching staff will talk about next week, and a lot of penalties in this ball game. Some on their side, I'm sure they're not happy about. But that play began at the Yellow Jacket 45. And
wow.
Oh, it's going to be
holding on Clinton in the center of the line.
Well, after all that, and they will, Dardanelle certainly will elect, they will decline that penalty. The result is a touchdown. Dardanelle 40, Clinton 12, 6:41 remaining.
Harveyus West, 11th grader, with the touchdown run.
Well, Dardanelle, big plays were limited in the first half. I think so they put on some numbers here in the second half as far as the yardage. They'll make it look a little bit better here in their finishing totals. But really, the tale of two halves here tonight. Extra point, the kick, the snap. No, they don't snap it, and the defense jumps. Defensive penalty on the Yellow Jackets.
I think probably we talk about the sheer numbers. They have 48 players and 7 coaches. The longer the game goes, the deeper you have to go into your depth. And we saw that, we play teams like Arkadelphia, Batesville, Southside, people like that.
Now the kick is up. It's good. Dardanelle 41, Clinton 12, 6:41 remaining when we return. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes, the River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price, whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive. The team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River Company.
Visiting with Clay Maxey, your hometown Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. Here's something we don't hear anymore. Prices are dropping at Clay Maxey.
We've just decided with inflation and the way prices are going up on everybody, we wanted to take a real hard look and see how we could help the community by lowering some of our prices. Across the board, we've done everything that we could do to lower prices on our services, our cost of labor, our used inventory. We've got to do it in order to be responsive to our community and our customers.
See the change at ClayMaxeyCDJR.com.
Well, the kickoff goes out of bounds, and what the Yellow Jackets can elect, I think, to take the ball. Let's see, is it at the 35-yard line? It's maybe the first kick out of bounds tonight. He was kicking them inside the 5 tonight. A perfect high school kicker to some degree, unless you want to get it in the end zone for a touchback. But
another short field touchdown drive for Dardanelle, just a 58-yard drive this time. Jarvavius West with the touchdown run, and the Jackets now down 41-12.
And right at the snap football, looked to be a lot of confusion on the defensive side of the football. Dardanelle looked to be jumping around trying to get into place, but the Yellow Jackets move first. That's the call. Back them up 5, be 1st and 15. Clinton's not going to be happy with the penalties they've had tonight as well. So talk about that.
Yeah, well, let's get some better news here. We talked about Trevor Dawson and Duke Dawson. I want to mention Harrison Lester him and his wife had a baby in the last couple of weeks, and also Mason Dow had a little baby girl, and so they're former Yellow Jackets. And hey, we want those kids to be future Yellow Jackets.
A throw and catch up at the 32, pass complete. to Brayson Littell, senior for the Yellow Jackets. I talked to Brayson's mom, Whitney Henderson, this past week. I said, you described Brayson, maybe a couple of weeks ago. You called him a switch army knife for the Yellow Jackets. He can run, he can catch, he can block, he can tackle. He kind of can do it all and do it all well.
Yeah, playing fullback tonight.
Dufresne drops back, wants to pass, pumps. Now he's going to throw it, and just over the hand of Rylan Jones, up at about the 50, incomplete. Bring up 3rd down and 12. Stops the clock with 6 minutes and a second remaining.
Don't forget stakeout tomorrow, Cash Saver parking lot, downtown Clinton.
What times are? I know those are people that have pre-ordered. I know the steaks are going to be ready at a time, and then maybe they have some extra. You can maybe drive up and pick one up.
Double handoff.
McNabb picking his way, staying on his feet, middle of the field. And Lance McNabb is going to end up picking up about 10 yards on that, up to the 43-yard line. 4th and 2 here if the Yellow Jackets want to go for it. Well, back them up. They're going to be at the 42.
Yeah, there are extra stakes, and there's be walk-ups. All the money goes right back to the football program. And
what time's that tomorrow? I don't know. I have to pull the post back up on that and see. It's usually in the afternoon hours, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. I'll do a double check on that and see. Dufresne looking to pass. 4th and 3. And that one's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it had Colton, that little hitch route right in the middle at the 50. Didn't seem. And the Jackets turn it over.
Let me see if I can double check and get a time on that tomorrow.
State tournament tennis, I think it's Monday and Tuesday at Clarksville, University of the Ozarks. Lady Yellow Jackets and Yellow Jackets conference champions. Darnell will take over at the Clinton 42-yard line. Vega still in the game at quarterback. Handoff inside, not a whole lot there. We're taken down at about the 41.
Hey, about this?
Warren took the ball away, but the referee blew it dead.
And the stakeout tomorrow, my colleague, 4:45 to 6 p.m. 4:45 to 6 p.m.
Hey, you don't even have to get out. Just drive through and pay your money, and they'll hand you the steak, a baked potato, and I think dessert and a drink. It's a good deal. It always amazes me how good it is. They cook so many steaks like that, but they all come out high quality.
Yeah, Steve Good and Tim Clark cooking those up in past years. Vegas going to pass, and Fultz comes in and is going to knock the ball away. Good job by Joshua Fultz. A couple interceptions last week. Defender, he's going to help the St. Lizards up off the turf. Josh Fultz having a fantastic senior year for the Yellow Jackets. Had that touchdown return, for a touchdown in
he plays all year long. He raced down the field and recovered a fumble on a kickoff against Heber Springs. Had that 90-yard fumble recovery and caught it midair against Harmony Grove when they were trying to make a comeback, and had a big play at Lamar. He's opportunistic, I think they say. He's always in the right place at the right time. Really not sure why Dover's passing the football with a 29-point lead and 4:33 left.
Darnell will take a timeout. It's 3rd and 8. 4.5 minutes remaining in this one. Clinton trailing 41-12. And
hey, Razorbacks off tomorrow. You want to see some football? All these people that complain about NIL and transfer portal, if you want to see football the way it used to be played, Division II all around the state of Arkansas tomorrow. I think it's homecoming at Ouachita Baptist University. That kicks off at 12, and you can see the national champions, Harding University in Northwest Oklahoma. That game's at 2 o'clock at Searcy. You can come down to Searcy and watch the game and go out and eat, or you can eat before the game. And I tell people, you can take the wife, 2 kids, 3 kids, cheaper than 1 ticket to the Razorback game. If you want to sit on the front row, you can sit on the front row if you get there soon enough. You want to storm the field? You can storm the field every week at Harding. Go out and see the players and talk to them. So there's games all over the state of Arkansas, and Arkadelphia and Searcy tomorrow. It's great football, and the weather should be perfect.
Shotgun snap. Pitch, though, to the back of the field. 30-20, weaving his way. Warren with a diving tackle. Can't pull him in. Touchdown, Dardanelle. Sand Lizards 47, the Yellow Jackets 12. 4:24 remaining in the ball game.
Ian Branson's 4th touchdown of the night on the option pitch. And
Dardanelle has
start
speed.
the mercy rule.
We talked about that early in the ball game, and Clinton defense did a fantastic job in the first half and limiting Dardanelle to a couple of touchdowns, a 14-12 ball game. But as you said, that short field and speed and maybe the numbers, Dardanelle's put points on the board here in the second half. Extra point attempt. The snap coming up. And there it is. The hold. The kick is up. And it's good. 48-12. 4 minutes, 24 seconds when we return. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, First Security puts all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com, member FDIC.
The Black Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Black Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Now located in the shopping center at 244 Highway 65 South or on the web at blaglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton Yellow Jacket sports.
And another good kick inside the 5. Harold McNabb will return it, though, to the Yellow Jacket 25-yard line. And maybe a final offensive series of the night for the Yellow Jackets. Held scoreless here in the second half. 4:16 to go. Alex,
Well, you got to finish this one out. He'd like to score one more time here, but you can't let this game cost you another game. You can't let this game linger that you lose next week. So you got to, the coaching staff's been really good the last few years about being able to bounce back after a loss.
Slant caught by Colton Warren up at the 37, maybe the 38, just short of the first down. Well, we were talking to, I think, Creed Brown. We left last Friday night after the game, kind of the post-game after party. I think maybe he was talking about, hey, maybe next week might be a game for the conference championship, Dardanelle and Clinton. And so, again, Dardanelle's who we expected them to be. And maybe you hope the schedule kind of laying out good for the final 4 games of the season with, Waldron and Dover coming up and then finishing up with Mena and Ozark.
They got those 2 on the road, and hopefully be able to get in there and win those, get out without any injuries, and then have those last 2 games. Or if you win the next 2, which we'll be favored, get in, get out without any injuries, and then those last 2 games would be for playoff seeding. And the Jackets, who have gone 7-3 the last 2 years and had to get that number 5 seed, definitely want a much better seed this year.
Second down and 2. Dufresne going to pass again, 1-on-1. Hudson trying to make it over the, what they call that, over the back shoulder there, and couldn't pull that one in at the 45. Incomplete, 3rd and 2. And so I think you talked about coming into the season, this new conference. I think you were thinking 6 of the 8 teams, maybe playing 6 teams, playing for 5 spots. And so you kind of like where the Yellow Jackets are at this point. 2 wins, now 1 loss in the conference. You think they probably set themselves with a playoff spot, maybe playing for seeding. And
yeah, we've played 3 of the contenders with Lamar, Pottsville, and now Dardanelle. So we've played 3 of the 5 with Waldron and Ozark left. So, and if Mena goes down tonight, there'll only be 1 unbeaten team left. That'll be Dardanelle. They still have to play Pottsville and Mena and Ozark. They started with Waldron and Dover.
You know what a crazy year last year was. You go into was it the next to last or final week of the season? You've got, 5 teams that could all win a conference championship. Clinton beats the eventual conference championship, Central Arkansas Christian, but through a loss at Lamar, it ends up falling, to the 5th seed or 3rd seed in the conference. And what a crazy turn of events that was.
We went 7-3 and barely got the 5th seed.
That's right.
And Paso went 6-4 and didn't make the playoffs. The only team in the state finished above with a winning record didn't make the playoffs. And so, with 3 weeks to go last year, there was a 6-way tie for first. With 2 weeks to go, there was a 4-way tie, and we were playing for the conference championship at Lamar on that wet field. The night the Yellow Jackets left 6 fumbles on the ground and got beat in the final 40 seconds. But the Jackets went there this year and took care of business early at Lamar. Then you look at some of the other conferences that will have maybe 2 good teams and then some really bad teams. There's a real good chance that Heber's going to finish second in their conference. The Jackets beat them here 31-14.
Deep pass, trying to get it to Sam Standridge, but the Sailors going to go up and I think intercept that one back at their 39-yard line. Dardanelle football with 2:50 to go, and a sportsmanship rule. Clock will not stop, but for an official timeout as the Sand Lizards lead 48-12 here over the Yellow Jackets at Jim Tomlinson Field.
We'll see if Vega comes back on the field here with a 36-point lead. Vega only a junior. We'll see him again next year. I see Chatton come back on the field.
Number 8 for Dardanelle. If you're watching on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel, the KHPQ Facebook page, that's Aaron Duhon, our video engineer, coming over from Arkansas Tech. Glad to have Aaron with us again this year. Hand off the left side, not much, a yard pickup. Coach Matthew Post is our statistician. We'll get some final numbers at the conclusion of this one. I'm Jeff Hall. It's my colleague, Kelsey Robertson, is in the studio for us tonight. Sid King getting us set up throughout the week. We'll be back on the air next week on the road. 7 o'clock kickoff next Friday night.
Vega not in the game. Second quarterback out there now.
And Zach Gonzalez, a big smile as he's not as finished up. And maybe that's the win for Clinton tonight, that Zach Gonzalez, when it looked like last week, could be an injury that would lead to his season ending. But he was back tonight, had a big 40-yard run or so in the first half, and played offense and defense, and that certainly is a bright spot for the rest of the season. Hopefully Alec Huey will, after sitting out the second half, see if he can get Alec Huey back in a week or two, or maybe certainly by the end of the season. And
thanks for the timeout, Dardanelle. Stops the clock with 1:19 left. I don't know if I've got anything left in the notes we haven't covered tonight. This will end the Yellow Jackets' 8-game home winning streak. They've also won 11 out of 12 here at Jim Tomlinson Field. Last loss was back in October of 2022 to Lamar, but it'll end the streak tonight. Yellow Jackets had won 8 straight here at Jim Tomlinson Field.
And everybody's jumping off sides for Dardanelle on that one. So they've swapped personnel a little bit finally in this one. Back them up 5.
We mentioned the Jackets came in tonight 5-0. That was the first time since 2018. That was an undefeated regular season in 2018 since the Jackets started the season 5-0.
Hand off to the right side. Flag on the play. Knocked out of bounds by Colton Warren at the 50, but this one may be coming back. It's kind of all academic at this point, as they say, but penalty yards piled up tonight for both squads. This one is coming back. Dardanelle may have to snap it one more time. No, the official says start the clock, so yeah, maybe one more snap, and this one's going to come to an end. 48-12, under 40 seconds. Drops the snap, tackled in the backfield. For the Yellow Jackets, that is Court Alexander with a tackle.
Yep, it's up for Court. Did a good job at Lamar and up at Huntsville, and sophomore with a good future ahead of him. And I guess that's going to be the final play of this one.
He gets a big cheer from the crowd, a fan favorite. And the teams will line up at the 50 and shake hands. First time this season, the Yellow Jackets have suffered a loss. And we'll see how they bounce back and prepare for the final 4 games of the season. 48-12 is your final score. We'll take a final break. When we return, we'll give you some final numbers. We'll name the first Arkansas Bank & Trust player of the game and wrap it up for you. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace. Wherever the river flows and however the game goes, the River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price, whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive. The team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River Company.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank & Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank & Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hey everybody, this is Jamie from North Arkansas College. Did you know here at NAC we have programs dedicated solely to your success? Career Pathways is dedicated to helping parents return to college and find gainful employment by helping pay for childcare, tuition, and transportation. Our Educational Opportunity Center helps students through the college admission process, and Student Support Services aids first-generation college students with scholarships, tutoring, and advising. Visit northark.edu/welcome2025 to learn more, and remember, here at NAC, we believe in you.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank & Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank & Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Adventure awaits, and with the all-new lineup of Chevrolets, those adventures can become reality. Joe Lee Chevrolet has the best lineup of cars, SUVs, and trucks ever. Why go from A to B when imagination can take you everywhere? And remember, when you need service work, Joe Lee's service department can keep your Chevrolet running like new. Make your best deal today at Joe Lee Chevrolet in Clinton. Find new roads in your new Chevy vehicle.
And we're back here at Jim Tumbleson Field. The Yellow Jackets suffered their first loss of the season, 48-12 to Darnell, but it was a 14-12 Darnell lead at the half. In fact, Darnell scored on their first possession. They only had to go 52 yards, and they scored, but the Yellow Jackets came right back, drove 75 yards, and cut it to 7-6 after a bad snap, and the extra point was no good. But that would be as close as the Yellow Jackets would get. Darnell would score late in the first quarter to make it 14-6, and the Yellow Jackets would score right before the half, fail on the two-point conversion, and they would trail 14-12 at the half. The second half, the Yellow Jackets couldn't really muster anything on their possessions. It was 2 fumbles in the third quarter that gave Darnell the ball at midfield, one at the 13-yard line and one at the 26-yard, at the 50-yard line. Dardanelle cashed both of those in. They led 27-12 at the end of 3 quarters of play. And then Dardanelle added touchdowns, made it 34-12, 41-12, and 48-12. 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter of play. Yellow Jackets in the second half, possessions, fumble, punt, turn it over on downs 2 times in a row, and then threw an interception on their final possession of the second half. So the Jackets had it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in the second half, went 0 for 7, uncharacteristic of the Yellow Jacket offense this year. Tough night. Jackets suffer their first loss of the year, but there's still plenty left in front of us as the Yellow Jackets just can't let this loss lead to a second one. The Jackets will be on the road to Dover next Friday night, and hope everybody can make it out. If you can't, you can listen to all of it here on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network, where the Yellow Jackets now fall to 5-1, 2-1 though in conference play.
Well, Coach Matthew Post, I think you've already texted out some stats. You got anything pulled up you want to highlight for tonight? So I'm looking at some offense or defensive numbers for tonight. Again, kind of a tale of first 2 halves, first half and second half, a big difference as far as the numbers. And
yeah, we talked about, and our defense played really well tonight. We had some turnovers that led to short yards and being on the field a lot. But Vega ended up with 26 rushing attempts for 142 yards and a touchdown.
I think he only had, was it 40 in the first half. So
he was 11 for 21 through the air for 142 and a touchdown. For us on offense, Rylan Jones had 13 carries for 60 yards. Zach Hunt Gonzalez had 12 carries for 59 yards and 2 touchdowns. McCarver had 3 touches for 32 yards. And McNabb had 4 carries for 19. Brown was 8 for 20 for 48 yards and an interception in the air. Rylan Jones had 2 catches for 20 yards. Defensively, Broward Gadberry had a very nice game, had 8 tackles. Cash Carpenter had 6 tackles. Then Eli Henson had another sack. Overall, we didn't play bad tonight. Obviously, if you turn the ball over against good teams, they're going to take advantage of that, and that kind of led to their momentum. And, it's tough to win when you turn the ball over and they don't.
Right.
But overall, it's, wasn't as bad as the score indicates. And you can bounce back next week and compete for a top 2 spot in the conference.
That's right. Well, time for the first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game tonight. When you look at some of that, some numbers kind of tell it to you. One of the guys who had a big first half and it finished okay in the second half again. But how about on the defensive side of things? It's been an offensive year thus far with running backs and an offensive line and an offense player last week. We did throw in Eli Henson and Joshua Fultz on the defense last year, but how about tonight? Maybe the junior, the middle linebacker, Briar Gadberry, your leading tackler on the night with 8 tackles. He had the tackle to finish out the first half when it was only a 14-12 ball game. And Briar's one of those guys we saw, my colleague talked about coming up from junior high. He was going to be a player. And last year as a 10th grade linebacker, this year Signal gets in the defensive calls for the set. Thought he had a good inspired night tonight. And Briar did well. Went out briefly with an injury, but got right back in on the next series.
Yeah, Briar probably we talked about the best linebacker we've had since those 2017-18 teams with
was that the Sky Davidson, Caleb Bowman, those type guys?
Yeah, kind of went on a dry spell with the linebackers there for a while, but he's a good one. We said the sure tackler, but also able to knife through traffic. That's what you want from a linebacker, to knife through traffic, make the tackle, and Briar Gadberry, and he's just the All-American kid. Great, polite, smart, and got a lot of football ahead of him. I know he's already taken a few visits here as a junior, and so Briar Gadberry, good choice for your first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game, located in downtown Clinton. I think 19 locations around the state of Arkansas, always as close as your internet or your app on your phone. You can bank anywhere with First Arkansas Bank and Trust, and so we're thankful for them. They are great sponsors of Yellow Jacket Athletics and all things school-related. First Arkansas Bank and Trust, located in the Cash Saver parking lot, downtown Clinton. Yep, the Yellow Jackets on the road next week. We head to Dover. just about 8 miles north of Russellville. And Coach Post's old stomping grounds over there in Russellville. So make the trip over with the Yellow Jackets. So looks like football weather next week. Looks like 93 on Sunday and 71 on Monday. And so I think no rain in sight for a couple of weeks. So finally it's football weather. You can throw that hoodie on and go to the game. So
yeah. A lot of fun football left to play here in 2024. A lot still on the line with this one as far as the conference race, and 4 games left to go before the playoff run begins. Hopefully a home playoff run here at Jim Tomlinson Field. 2 games on the road, 2 games away here in the regular season, and shaping up to be a good one.
Yeah, everything's still in front of us. You got don't let this game cost you another one, and pick up the 2 wins on the road. With you'll be the favorite against Dover and Waldron. And then set up showdowns at the end of the year with Mena and Ozark for seeding. And if somebody helps us out and knocks off Dardanelle, maybe get a share of the championship too. And you never know what can happen. We saw that last year when it was a crazy finish right down to the end of the year.
Well, I think that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Certainly glad you joined us however you did over 92.1 FM all over the air, North Central Arkansas, on the internet at www.khpq.com. Maybe you're on your mobile device, your phone or your tablet, at the Hot Country KHPQ app for Android devices or Apple devices. Or if you watch the live stream tonight on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the KHPQ Facebook page, you can rewatch those next week, get some highlights off of those. Those are archived, and you can always go back and watch the games. That's Aaron Duhon, our video engineer, coming in from Arkansas Tech. Certainly glad to have Aaron, and we'll be close to him next week. He won't have to travel far to get over to Dover, so we're certainly glad to have Aaron with us on Friday nights. So for Sid King getting us set up through the week, for Kelsey Robinson, our studio engineer, for Coach Matthew Post, for my colleague, I'm Jeff Hall. You've been listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.